All right, welcome back to the To Be Fair Show. I am your host, Johnny P.
Oh, hey, real. It's Q.
And we back. I'm back. Uh, I missed y'all boys last week. I saw y'all turned it up a little bit without me, but before we
Yeah.
get into that, we'll tell everybody please tap in on all socials at the To Be Fair Show. That's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads. Hit that like button. Subscribe. You'll catch us here on Wednesdays,
Chat
Saturdays,
GPT, Gemini,
Sundays.
Palantir,
Gronk.
Grok.
Yeah, they got them
Catch us
all.
everywhere. Yeah,
They got them all. Oh yeah, hop in the super chat. Well, hop in the chat. All super chats get read immediately. And we back. I'm back. Glad to be back. Glad to be back. I I was out in Houston last week. Shout out to Texas. Beautiful city, beautiful people. It was going down out there. It was going down. So shout out to H Town. And my question of the week, gonna be based on that. Boy was out there on the plane. And I took a Boeing plane going or an Airbus coming back. And you notice quality. You notice quality. Y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just checking. But we talked about it on me and Q had talked about your boy Bam dropping 83. We talked about are we getting better, are we getting worse? And I think that goes to everything. I think quality is an issue. My question is the value of quality. Riding out to Houston, I had an Airbus going, I had a Boeing coming back, and there's a difference. And when you're on a plane, that's you get nervous, that stuff matters. And I just want to know the value of quality. We're doing a little bit of behind the scenes, so y'all bear with us for a little bit. But yeah, what up, chat? Y'all tap in, tell me how y'all been, what y'all thought about last week. And yeah, I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. I'm trying.
Yeah, bro, try to stretch it.
I'm trying to see.
Let us know if y'all can hear us real good. We just sound. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I know I can see myself up there.
What up, But yeah, we just working with little technical difficulty, but we gonna be back. But
you can hear us okay,
I made it back. I made it back, and I need some help. Somebody let me know. Y'all flying Boeing or y'all flying Airbus? Because Boeing a little scary. Boeing's are louder.
Yeah, what wild stories you got for us while you was in Houston, man? I know you seen some wild stuff.
Oh yeah, no, it's just Houston's beautiful city. I ain't really seen nothing too wild. I was just chilling, but on that plane, on that plane is what got me, Tone.
Yeah,
because Boeing, I'd be nervous if I fly a Boeing plane, and there's a difference. Like I had a loud plane coming back. And that make you nervous because you can't control that. And you hear everything about the Boeings, and you start thinking about quality.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about it's planned obsolescence, and shit just be shitty, and that's scary when it comes to you're flying.
You said planned obsolescence.
Obsolescence.
I don't know the word.
Yeah, said the word right.
I fucked it up, but it's just scary when you're on a plane and you think these motherfuckers might have been cutting corners to make a profit. And it ain't really nothing I can do about it, because I'm up here on the plane and I'm flying, and you at their mercy at that point. And I ain't never really this time. I ain't never noticed, but there'd be a difference between flying Boeing and flying Airbus.
Mm-hmm.
The seats be wider, some of them be quieter, and I ain't never really noticed it to this trip coming back. Flying out and coming back. I had two different planes, and I was just like, damn, that's something to think about. I think it comes down to, y'all know me as the capitalist, but I think that's a indictment on capitalism. Is, quality gets sacrificed for profit.
Oh yeah.
And I think we're seeing that in everything, as far as from the planes to me and my boy Quinn. I was drinking with him last night. We was having a few brew. We didn't talk about music. I think the quality of music is falling. I think that's a part of that, planned obsolescence, as far as
planned obsolescence. What do you say?
Obsolescence.
Obsolescence. What does that word mean?
That's where they built their first light bulb, and it didn't, it didn't go out, and so they started taking the quality of the light bulbs down in order to sell more.
Okay.
And I think that's what capitalism does. So you see, we're paying more and more for everything, and they're giving us less and less. They're giving us less quality. They always find a way to shortcut, the production cost in order for make them profit. And I think on a grand scale, that ultimately like ruins the quality of a lot of the things in our life.
Well, part of the issue comes in because, like, it's law that they have to prioritize the shareholders over the consumers. Like the companies have to public, yeah. So they have to prioritize the shareholders over the consumer. So what ends up happening is a lot of companies, like if you have a company that's just constantly every single year, we got to make more, we got to make more, we got to make more. Eventually, that becomes like a unrealistic thing, like where you're gonna have to do some things that stretch the methods or make. But
eventually,
worse.
Like if that's your only thing, like the customer loses because like you no longer care about making a good product. That's why like we see all the things from the 90s. Like aren't as good anymore because the capitalism come. Even like I saw a thing about like most mechanics who work on new cars. You look in the parking lot, a lot of them drive like older pickup trucks because of the quality and what they were made. And now quality of the cars aren't there anymore. But the companies are making more money than ever. But like you're giving us worse products. And I think that's I've been known as the capitalism guy, but like recently I've been, looking and being like, this big capitalism thing, it kind of ruins life for the average person and the quality of life.
I have a conversation about this in a meme, and it was like Gary Vee was talking about it, and I wanted to play his take on it. But it was basically saying like how we get so caught up in, or we're chasing things, but it's not really the things that everybody's really after. If that makes sense. Yeah, I know.
The boy, we thought it was somebody must have caught a body out there.
Oh, yeah.
But
it's not really the thing. Like the things is like people is chasing things and they're trying to cover something up with buying things, and that's basically what.
But that's what the companies exploit.
Yeah, they are.
But
it's not even just exploit. It's not even just exploitation. They sell it to you. It's purposefully
that's
done.
What I'm gonna say.
Within the shows, they sell you that. Hey, like within the shows, within social media, it's so many ways to advertise stuff, or even to make people like depressed about buying stuff or whatever, or enough to feel that they need this or they need that. Like, yeah, just
and that's my thing. Is like, and that's what I was asking. It's like, at what point does like, because we've what point does it go too far? Because like I think capitalism has done good. I don't trust. I mean, socialism to me has this thing where like I'm scared to trust the government divvying things out also because like there's racism that exists, and I don't think equity always exists in socialism either. Like, so I think they both have their, their critiques. But my thing is, at what point did capitalism go too far, and when does it become a bad thing? I don't think just the concept of it is bad.
I think the concept of it is bad.
The concept of making profit of business.
Like an inherent outcome of capitalism is exploitation. You're attempting to make profit at the at the best margins that you possibly can. That's where America has sent off all the companies offshore. This is where monopolies exist. This is where the Walmartification of middle America has happened. Like everything that you want to kind of like speak to. Why now tech jobs are getting pushed off to India and being eliminated through AI. But all of these are products of capitalism. But it's like inherently exploitative.
But like, I think it's not inherently. I don't think it's inherently exploitative. I think like a free market society, I think there is a point where like you do get a fair exchange for your labor. And versus,
but that's not. Capitalism doesn't speak. So like socialism and communism actually speaks to getting a fair exchange for your labor. Capitalism doesn't speak to that at all. It's not like a part of its tenets or principles or anything. It's getting the most out of the labor that you can for the least amount of money. Like that's the grinding gear of capitalism.
Do you think there are any benefits to capitalism? Because I think in America we're a society that has benefited greatly from capitalism.
I think that the biggest benefit of capitalism is propaganda, that anybody can make it and everybody can do it.
That's the biggest benefit to propaganda.
Yeah,
you don't think?
So like some of that does spur some ingenuity, and you get like a 0.01% that makes it out of a scenario. But if you run the numbers, if you was born middle class, lower class, upper class. That's typically where you stay at.
But wouldn't socialism offer like the same? Like socialism, is there like any mobility in socialism, or is that?
I think that in concept of socialism or communism, depending on which one, and all of these still do have like principles of like ownership and private da 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 da. It's just not at the same level. The idea is that it is way more equal across the board. So you don't have as high a highs, but you don't have as low as lows. So you raise the basement higher, and you drop the ceiling, and most people live close to the same amount.
And you think that
yes.
You didn't even hear my question yet, bro. You didn't even hear my question. You didn't even hear my question. You don't even hear my question. So the propaganda, so like as Americans, do you think that I'm just looking at like capitalism?
You got sold, Johnny. Right now you got in that plane and you learned that, like, damn, I was sold the capitalist dream. And I am now reevaluating the value of this shit I be talking about on the podcast. That's what happened. Because now you came on here and now you just giving all the socialist points.
Ignorant.
Yeah, he's giving the socialist points that we use to rebut capitalism. And that's what I'm like, all right.
Johnny was like, I am an elitist.
I was on that plane, I couldn't do nothing.
Right.
Started making some I ain't never you know, like
did they cut corners with this one?
Because like I was thinking like cars, like sometimes cars make sounds when you're driving. And that's cool because you're on the road, but if your plane started knocking.
So you flew American the first way, right?
It's both American, but I don't know.
But you just be knowing too much. So you flew American both ways, but you said one was a Boeing and one was
the wings look different. Like they're different.
Yeah,
and then like I'll be knowing.
You're trying to scare your guy. It sound like you're trying to scare yourself.
Well,
like if you went Spirit one way and you went like American the other way, or Delta one way.
Spirit actually one of the safest airlines. Like
I don't know what that means.
They ain't lost a passenger in like forever. Like American to Delta.
What is?
I think their crash record is better.
But everybody's crash record is really good. It's better. It's safer than driving a car.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, Spirit is known. I've seen a thing where Spirit's safe. And people, they don't get credit for being safe. They're actually a safe airline.
Oh, okay. That's what
but just the plane, I don't know. I would drive. It just felt weird to me to think like, damn, these motherfuckers be cutting corners. And I saw something where there was a Boeing guy on like a dating show, and they was talking shit to him about, oh, you're the reason that it was a comedy show. And he's like, oh, you're the reason the planes be fucking up. And I was like, damn. And then I got on the plane, and I'm like,
maybe that joke had some truth in it.
I was like, damn, this shit is kind of different. But then I never noticed shit like that. But now I'm like, but you look at the music, you look at the food, you look at everything. It's like,
what happened when? All right, so you building it out further.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not just the plane, but it's like everything. We're talking about like, you could even say in the NBA, what we saw is a form of like the playing obsolescence as far as like the NBA players.
Where did you get this word from? Like, what made you keep saying this today?
I googled the thing about the light bulb.
Oh,
and that's the word that popped up.
Because you ain't never dropped this term.
I couldn't remember it before. I couldn't remember the name of the concept, but I looked it up.
Okay. Listen, when I learn new terms, I bring them to the show too. So listen, I do it too. I get it. But I'm just like, damn, Johnny keeps dropping this explain Papa Lepins. And I'm like, all right, man.
Obsolescence. It's a hard word to say. You know?
Obsolete. It's the same as obsolete.
Oh, playing obsolete, so it's obsolescence.
Yeah.
Obsolescence. Yeah. And and I think like, just looking at everything, even seeing here, like that bottom line matter when you're in business, and even when you're trying to do business for yourself, if you're self-employed, you're gonna look at that bottom line, and so you understand bottom lines. We even talk about stuff like we're gonna go this way, we're gonna go, and so. I can understand the concept of like trying to maximize when you're making a profit. Like if you're a farmer, you want to get the most for your crops. And I think there is a honest way to do it, which kind of fair across the board. But I think there's also a point to where like once it consolidates, once there's, it gets consolidated.
Okay.
It's other motives become in, and I think it's it's not advantageous to the rest of society.
He's gonna say disingenuous.
He was about to throw another one out there.
Nah, that's the FBA boy. That's why he dropped back on it. The FBA's call everything disingenuous.
But yeah,
it's okay to still use the term, bro. It don't just belong.
They gonna group you in, bro.
But I think there is a point where like capitalism can benefit society, and you do get a lot of like the creative stuff. You do get a lot of innovation, new inventions and technology. I do think there's a point. But I think there's also a point to where, it peaks. And then once you get on that bad side of it, it's kind of hard to reverse the ship and go back because no business gonna like try to make less money to, just like with anything else, like costs come down.
This is why I said that you got like propaganda of capitalism is its biggest benefit. Because it can make people think that they can do anything, so they will innovate in a way that they feel that they can get their just due. Though, typically,
we understand it's beneficial though to a society to have more innovation and more technology coming out.
That's kind of the point that I just made. The biggest benefit of capitalism is this propaganda machine that allows people to think that they can reach the highest of highs. Because it does push innovation. Because people innovate to feel like
I don't know if it exactly pushes innovation more so than the illusion of innovation, or I would say an illusion.
Explain what you mean by illusion of innovation.
Because like take for example like our phones, like it's not that much changes with these phones as far as how they're doing lately, but they're still encouraging everybody and they're making phones every year. Like even with I'm not gonna even say iPhone this time. I'm gonna use Galaxy. Just from the S25 to the S26, there is no need to release a new Galaxy phone every single year. Like they didn't used to do that with technology. You didn't get something new every single year. Like
innovation.
So it's like you get they want to give you the illusion like, hey, we innovated, so we did a few changes on the camera that we really could have did last year. But we wanted to save it for this year. So you have the illusion that this got better. But
but that's still the capitalism machine.
That's playing obsolescence because a lot of times they're making it seem better, but it's cheaper.
Well, playing obsolescence is like the lifespan of the phone. So like that would be the lifespan of the phone. Like if they make the phone and they say, hey, we're selling you this for $1,000, but it's only gonna last 4 years. And in 4 years, we're gonna make sure that this phone breaks. That's
iPhone does that with the batteries. Like they got in trouble with that. But like there's a lawsuit out there about like they literally slowing down the speeds. When like the new iOS comes out, they'll dumb down your battery. Like they literally they put it in the software to actually do that with the phones. But
that's why I don't be hitting that update.
But to what you were saying though, I think like the iPhone comes from America because of like what you said, because of capitalism, and it's the thing that changed the world, like the internet, like all these things that changed the world are American.
Is the iPhone's innovations coming from America still?
I don't know. I would imagine that it's headquartered here. It's an American company. Now, I wouldn't argue Samsung because that's...
Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. So right now, iPhone or Galaxy don't even have the best phone. Yeah. And this is where capitalism actually fucks the American consumer. The best cars aren't American. What's it? Yahweh?
I'm not arguing right now, but the iPhone did change tech. Like it did come out, and it was an American thing. Like the car, the plane, all these things are American that we created. And then like people take
this is true, but I would also still argue at that time, whenever the iPhone came out, and then when the iPhone came out, it wasn't the best phone.
Yeah, but it was initially innovative, like for what it was when it initially came out. Now it's not innovative. They're not doing anything.
But it did change the game.
I wouldn't say they're really doing anything innovative.
What was like the biggest thing? I was a later adapter to the iPhone, so I probably adapted close to like 2014, 15.
It was like the only thing close.
No, I think that because everything had already, BlackBerry, if we're being real, was the innovator because today was the first actual real touch screen phone, and they had, and when you touch screen, that it was like a little clickable thing. BlackBerry was the first touch screen phone. iPhone to me,
the iPhone, the big deal about the iPhone, the first one.
The first BlackBerries was a little.
Do you remember?
Do you remember American too though? So that's like.
Do you remember the Motorola Rocker? The phone, it was okay. So that was the first phone that had like iTunes on it and stuff like that. It was like a precursor. Like that was the big deal at first, like that you was getting iTunes and all this stuff. Then iPhone came out and it had like that and a lot more than what some of the other phones had, and it's all in one ecosystem. Like
right.
Like,
but that's more like
it was innovative at the time.
So what you're saying is to me, like the iPhone's biggest innovation is capitalism. Like, so for me, why I have an iPhone isn't because like I care about specs or anything like that. It's because I'm in the Apple ecosystem, and that's in itself is kind of like a capitalistic thing. So like I have an iPad, and I have I got multiple Macs. I have a what is it called? I don't got an iWatch, but I got an iPhone. And what's the other thing called? The MacBook.
Oh, okay.
So within all of that, I can use the exact same, iCloud, and everything syncs from my photos to everything to the same little space.
Yeah.
And within this ecosystem. And then if I want to share, or they call it like the sign-off thing. What is it called? I mean, not the train car. They got a term for it where you can scroll from your you can scroll from your iPad to multiple screens to your phone to whatever. Just it's not like a seamless little thing. It's some term they use. I don't even think I'm pretty sure they wasn't the first ones to do it. But for me, it all makes sense because I already have these things. And to me, that's inherently capitalistic. It's not the fact that the iPhone is the best phone because, like I said, the WeWay phone. To my understanding, they have the best cameras and the best software, and they're just like heads and leaps above American phones. But we literally have is it an embargo? Or like they don't allow the company to sell their phones or their cars.
I forgot they stopped them some years ago.
Oh no, they just never allowed it. But everywhere else always speaks about these phones being way better. If you look at any tech people that do what like the reviews online,
I watch them. I know
it be miles ahead of anything American consumers
hold on,
get.
but one thing you got to give China, one thing that
China,
there's an asterisk that you got to put on them. China. They steal IP from us all the time, and then you can make it better. But so they take, but a lot of their like most things that are better than ours are based on our stuff first, and then
you talking about like a car? Is that what you mean?
Even their warplanes, like the J-20. It's like a copy.
I don't know nothing about warplanes. Let's not talk about warplanes.
The cars, so like a lot of their stuff.
I know
but like, when we say like the cars,
I know the Japanese was doing the cars.
But when we say the cars, this is like that weird thing where if like we in 2026 are taking credit for like 1890 things and saying like they innovated it better, but how long have we always said whether we say like Honda or we say what's the like the foreign cars like the BMW, like a bunch of you work at Subaru, that their cars are better than Americans. That's probably since like the 1980s.
But not Chinese cars, Japanese.
The Japanese.
No, but what I'm saying is like the idea of stealing IP and making it better. At what point is it? I
wouldn't put that on.
Like, is that
Japan.
something that we should
put that on Japan? But China has been known to do that. There's lawsuits against them for doing this. Like specifically China. Like Japan do cars good. Like I wouldn't talk about.
And they just steal American, like current day American. They wouldn't steal the Japanese ones or the German engineering or anything like that.
I mean, they steal our stuff. Like they've been known to steal like our stuff. That's why like a lot of
like what do you give me? That's why I said give me examples. I don't know nothing about war shit.
Oh well, like
you said cars, and we talking about like 1890. I don't know what that means.
China necessarily like Japan's been known to make better cars, but that's not China. But I think when it comes to China,
I'm telling you, give me some examples.
I talked about the war planes.
I don't know nothing about the war shit. So like you just gonna be having me like wobbling like a fish.
But that's really the one I know. I can.
All right, so then you just said they steal war planes. But why would you say they just steal a bunch of IP and then don't have?
Because I've even come down to like even in Shenzhen, like with like a lot of like our intellectual property, like once you what does that mean? Over there, once you send it over to China.
All right, what does Shenzhen and our intellectual property mean?
It's our intellectual property are copyrights and stuff.
I know what an intellectual property is. You said that term, and I don't know.
Where there's a lot of factories that American companies get stuff manufactured in. Once you do that, those companies can then take like your blueprints and then like resell them and like make money. Then they can do whatever and they can innovate a lot quicker. But it's based on American products and it's based on us, but it's still like building off of us. It's not like you're creating a lot of this stuff is just copies.
I guess I don't understand.
When we send our products over there to these factories,
like, are you like what product are you talking about? Bro, when are you talking about it? Like, so right now we're talking about like close
2000s, like 2020s.
Right. So right now, to me, we're talking about multitude of things. So capitalism is the issue inside the first part you're saying, where if we're sending American products to China to get made for cheaper, that's capitalism. That's the part that's kind of fucking us right there. If we're like, but then what product are we talking about to where I understand if it even matters? If we're talking about we got FUBU made over in China in 2000, and so now they have the cut for FUBU. I don't even know Americans to even be the people that have the IP for cuts in clothing. Instead of like the fashion houses in is that France or like Paris and shit like that? Johnny, you chat GPT something. What have you got?
I mean, they go back from
so you chat GPT something.
Yeah, you know it.
I mean, because like I don't remember that, but it goes.
Just give me something.
Like iPhone, they talking about Motorola. High Terry was fined for stealing technology from Motorola. Often involve operations.
Where is it? Motorola?
I don't like even get to this portion of the conversation.
Isn't Motorola like a Japanese company or something like that?
I don't know, but like
because he was talking about stealing IP.
IP from America.
Yeah, I don't know about that part.
Overall, the issue of IP theft in and around Shenzhen is part of the larger national level challenge concerning China's IP practices, which U.S. officials estimate cost the American economy hundreds of billions of dollars annually.
What are they stealing?
I do, bro.
You just chat GPT'd it. I don't know. I don't know what you typed in. But my main question, I just keep asking
you.
But
they say it's billions of dollars. It's probably a lot. I've said phones. I've said aircrafts. It's billions of dollars annually.
But
I do have to give a list
like
of everything.
If they're bootlegging,
like, I have to give a list
Pokemon,
of everything for you to acknowledge that this happens. Like it happens.
I'm not. All right, so
it happens.
I never said anything about the fact that it doesn't happen. Like, what is the bigger point that we were making? We was talking about like the iPhone and the camp, the things, and the fact that China's innovation is based off American IP. That was the point that you made. And to me, I don't know that to be true. And that's what I'm asking you about. And you just keep saying, I don't know, war plans. You chat GPT.
I just said war plans because I know. Like they say this plane is better, but they really based it on the F-35. That's like the biggest.
I'm not. I don't know. So I don't have.
They will not acknowledge that. Like that's what
I can acknowledge it. Listen,
so that matters. So
I can. So what I'm saying is that if we're talking, if you're matter of fact, I actually conceded a second ago saying if you're talking war plans, I don't know anything about that. Maybe they do. Cool. But if we're talking about, because we were talking about phones, cars, intellectual property inside other capacities, and I keep asking you what then? And if you give me like manufacturing, to me, I don't even know Americans to be the best at manufacturing and still our IP. In comparison, if we're talking clothes, because you brought that up,
well, like the thing is, the manufacturing goes over there. The IP still comes from here. They still
maybe Unc can help your point right here. He said China reverse engineers everything. You have never heard of the clothing district in New York. In New York, they bootleg all of our popular restaurants as well.
It's a lot. Let's
pause again. Let's pause. Let's go to the clothing district. Where is clothing made? The cuts, the garments. Why did Kanye West go intern over in Paris? Why is that's not an American thing?
What?
America influences the culture part of it, and we take the cuts from the fashion houses. Fashion houses aren't based in America.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think fashion is a good way to go.
So what are you talking about?
Exactly what it was founded off of when you look at it. Because I think America kind of reflects exactly what it was founded off of when you look at it. It was a mix of people who came over here.
Okay.
And you got a mix of different cultures. Then you got mixes of like if you got people who came from all over the world to this new nation and they bring in like the best of what they knew from where they was at. So you getting a mix of fabrics, you get a mix of different herbs, and they probably come from all over. Like
right, but my issue is that, and I think American culture, not like, I think American culture is his biggest export.
Mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, fashion comes from Paris, the fashion houses. Like everything that we look at is designer, and they come out with the monkey shirts and niggas wear. They come out with the crop top man shirts and niggas wear. They come out with everything that comes from Paris first.
Mm-hmm.
Everything at New York Fashion Week.
That's part of the point I'm making. The stuff all comes from all over the world. Like all that stuff, we still do the same thing.
Still okay, cool. And that's the point that I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm saying. Like
again, like tech, we're not the biggest innovators in tech like that, in my opinion, right now.
We just take it and make something new out of it. I feel
we have the American power behind it. American power and culture.
Yeah. We can make something that's
like everything else that you look at that's foreign, is better, but America has the stamp of culture. It just is what it is.
Yeah, they talk about.
Where did you chat GPT now?
It's the Made in China 2025 plan, and it's a national thing where it's Shenzhen is the major center for China's technology industry and country's national strategy, including the Made in 2025 plan. It has historically involved a systematic approach to acquiring foreign technology and IP to boost its domestic capability.
Look, you guys start telling ChatGPT
various methods from cyber espionage to recruiting. And then if you look, it's the places where they're going is AI, robotics, green energy, and a lot of this.
What are they stealing from America?
Just said next generation IT, robotics.
So you think that they're stealing IT and robotics from America?
Let the point go, because we gonna keep arguing about this for like.
Well, I don't know. So my bad. So right now you're saying that they're stealing IT and robotics from America?
Yes, forced transfer. Yes, I think that's
so.
Like I don't like.
What? Let me see that, because I don't know Americans to be the best at IT and robotics. Is the issue?
Bro, that's just what it said. And like I said,
what was the prompt that you put? Let me see.
Like, we can just go.
That's why this thing. All right, come on.
Because like you wanted me to give specific, and I'm saying like
just give anything. Like you're making real claims.
It's a thing. It's known. Like I don't have to like the specific companies and specific lawsuits, but I've given plenty of examples for you to know that China steals.
No, you didn't. Okay, like again,
all right, whatever.
So, my bad. What outside of the war plans? What was the examples that you gave that held up? That they steal American IP and make their shit better.
I just Shenzhen. They got a like.
You gave me the district where we got factories and America exploits their workers. And what is the IP that they're stealing that is American? Because even in there, this is foreign. Like if we're talking factories.
Example don't mean like it doesn't happen though.
Yeah,
my lack of knowledge isn't like my lack of evidence isn't evidence that is not happening. Like I just don't.
I'm just asking what if you said that China was stealing a bunch of IP from other places, I can probably concede that point. I don't know what is the American shit that they just need though. Like to me, because if I go back to the point, it was actually your larger point is that America quality is sucking because of capitalism, and that's my point when it comes down to the phones, is that when you go over and you look at the Huawei and all these different phones, they're better because there's a bigger emphasis on quality over there. In comparison to America, where the iPhone sells you the same model over and over and over, but it's because of capitalism and marketing.
I mean, I think they steal our stuff, and I don't think the quality is not necessarily better. They have new.
Pack them up in that box.
They have different
nice presents in there.
no,
and pack them up in that box. I use your point to prove my point, your overall point. Go ahead, Johnny.
But I mean, my point mattered, but but my thing is like because you got me off track with the China thing, because like
you said it,
you brought up China, but my thing with China is like I don't think that's a good because like
you just hate China.
Yeah, so why would you bring them up?
I do want to hear the point you're trying to get to.
All right, go ahead, get to that final point, Johnny.
Well, yeah, my final point was just and I just want to know, like, can we? Is it too far to reverse it back, or like, and then like, when did it? Because like you told me when it became too far. But yeah, that's my point. I just been just kind of rethinking the capitalism thing. And
is it too far to reverse American capitalism back
to to value quality? To help make like our stuff.
I think it's gonna get work. Like we're gonna keep seeing this thing go until it gets to the point where it kind of like I guess pops a bubble, like it's a capitalism bubble, if you want to use that for an example. Like I think that'll keep growing until eventually.
Wow, like socialist boys gonna take over the world.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like it's unrealistic. I find it unrealistic to think that everything is gonna keep going up, and that's kind of what capitalism is. Like it says that everything has to keep going up constantly. Like this needs to keep going up. That's unrealistic. It's not gonna keep like eventually you're gonna reach a point where it can't go up no more. Like stuff is gonna change eventually. And I just think
you squeeze it till is a little less. And right now the middle class is getting squeezed.
Yeah, so it's like eventually you're gonna have less and less people who are able to even.
And then you got a revolt coming.
Yeah, things have changed. Like, but I don't think it's gonna be necessarily better. Like it's going. I don't see us going back.
I mean, but even like shit like them boys. They wrecked their plane in over there in Iraq, trying to refuel it, and we've had friendly fire. I think even stuff like even the quality of our like military is starting to suffer for a lot of this stuff. Like them doing the refuel in midair. That's supposed to be like a routine thing that we do all the time, and they're messing that up in these situations. I think we're seeing
that was in Iran.
It's Iraq actually, but I think they were going over there.
So another thing I know too is if you look at the end of civilizations, like their most foolish moves be like at the end. It's like they stop paying attention. The quality of whatever they was at the top gets worse. It might be the same
stealing other countries' IPs and stealing yours.
Everybody just stealing.
That would be the rap. When we start stealing Chinese stuff,
I think we are.
But they really stealing it all from the FBAs.
Indigenous.
Hey, get us up out of there.
Indigenous technology.
We didn't have a peaceful chat.
Where the people at, man? They stealing it all from the FBAs.
When I tell you, life became peaceful as soon as like I've just been chilling on the Discord. Every once in a while, I go into the sports chat and I look a little bit of like, you know, what they talking about. Steve is always in there. G's always in there. I don't even tap on the FBA conversations no more.
I'd be scared to even get on the damn Discord because I'm a target. You know, I got wild.
Steve did tell you to get on that Discord. Let me see. It was something about whatever y'all was recently just talking about, and something happened. I think it was the after show shit.
Oh, we're talking about Trump.
No, it wasn't the Trump shit. I'm about to tell you right now. If y'all do want, if y'all would like us to drop a link. Who?
Yeah.
That's Gatehouse.
That's Gatehouse.
Yeah, we got the boys out there. Yeah,
he trying to go for somebody, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, I know who he is.
Oh no, they get into it.
Y'all need somebody getting footage like on the constant.
Oh no,
they got the cameraman out
there's
there.
like 7 cameramen out there.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry. So I'll give a shameless plug. Right now, we are recording at the intersection. We do have a popular basketball series that goes on called in-season runs. Right now, there is in-season runs going on while we're recording. So if you see Johnny do like one of those, it's because of somebody got dunked on out there. And we have a window that lets us see straight into the lobby.
Yeah, we had to give them a behind the scenes tour or something. They got to come to the. That's some good behind the scenes to be fair stuff.
Yeah,
they had to see.
You gotta check that out because it's hard not to. Take a glance over there. You see, ooh, what's that?
Yeah, shout out.
We about to put a curtain on the window.
Right.
We talking about that too.
Yeah,
we put a curtain on the window. These cats be distracted, bro.
Johnny, I've been over here trying to stay focused. I just keep seeing Johnny do this.
Johnny do
I be looking at you and then like right over your head. It's like
they get dunked on.
But yeah, that's all I had. Yeah, man. Rethinking a lot. Yeah, I was up 30. I was 29,000 feet up in the air.
I think that one day we could probably get Johnny on the Wild Socialist Bowl.
I don't want to be elitist no more.
Right.
I don't like the elites no more.
Well, I looked at the wing also and like
I like the pause.
You like the pause now, Johnny?
I don't like nobody. I don't like none of y'all niggas. I don't like none of y'all niggas.
Hey, bro. Remember the dude? I don't like men's no more. He said, I don't like elites no more. I like the poor.
He's like, I don't like nobody. Fuck you, I ain't nobody. The boys ain't about shit either. What you want us to round off and finish off, Johnny?
Discord
about that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I've been thinking, I guess, Bam, that 80. That was a good conversation we had.
Oh, yeah. Wednesday, he said Steve told Johnny to get on the Discord about them speaking about oil and them letting the ships through that path. And Johnny said they wasn't going to let them through with the oil.
What ships? He talking about the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, Hormuz. Yeah.
What how many ships did they let through?
Letting the ships through the path that Johnny said
they wasn't going to let them go through with the oil. If they're going to China. Or being traded, they're being traded like in Chinese dollars.
Last I heard, they had like 600 ships like stuck right there. So I don't know like how many are getting through.
Well, I think the news that broke was that Iran is either allowing or is contemplating the idea of letting the ships through as long as they're being traded inside Chinese dollars. whatever the Chinese dollar is.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, that's what he posted.
I didn't hear that one. So okay, hey,
look, you said, hey, tell Johnny bring his ass.
I'll be back on Wednesday, Steve. I'll be back.
Steve might pop up in a minute.
Yeah, he probably.
He said his name enough times, he gonna pop up.
Nigga was looking.
All right, so nonetheless, it sounds like we'll probably segue into to my topic. Unless you had.
Oh no, do yours.
No,
yeah, do mine. Then we'll do memes. I feel like that probably makes sense. So I could wrap this inside a conversation I was having yesterday. Actually, left here. I had some time in between. Had a 9 to 11 session here at the gym, and the last group that I had, I think they might have left like 4 o'clock, 4 or 5. I'm right near Camp North End, and I said, you know what? It's a beautiful Saturday. It feels good outside.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's.
Pie Day.
I'm gonna take my ass down to Camp North End, and on the way I say, hey Johnny, I left my wallet at there. And the thing about like when you get your friends to do things for you, you can't even critique when they do it wrong. But
oh buddy, he's supposed to slip you the
money. But you got to be appreciative because I did leave my wallet. Johnny stopped by that ABC store. I also did tell Johnny a specific direction, and I opened that bag. I said, God damn it! But you know what? I am thankful.
Hey,
thank you, Johnny.
Hey, all I saw that apple pie. It was Pie Day.
Yeah. Like, I see how you flip that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
had to go with the apple pie.
Face show. But so nonetheless, got there, poured a little apple pie in my cup, mixed my apple pie with a little, whatever I was mixing it with, and I just stand by the car. People watch. So I'm just chilling. Todd hit me. Hey, I'm about to be on the way. Cool. She pull up. People watch. Start walking around. Walk up the steps. I think that we might have been about to pass Surefire or something like that. And it cute. I turned, oh damn, that's Smurfy. My dog Clarence. Clarence had real good pants. No, damn, that's not it. But it's not that Clarence. But it's a guy that I know since I was little kid.
Not as far.
And played drums together. He played for Drills of Hope at the time, but the main one, I can't even think of the name right now. But shout out Dee Dee, shout out Clarence, and all the people. And so we just sitting there chopping, and you start off with drums, then that breaks it off into like, damn, what's going on? You talk about the gym, hey, then you talk business, and then
capitalism.
Nah, you don't get the capital. We ain't quite get the capitalism. His homeboy pull up, and now there's like me, his homeboy that somehow I knew also through like another means, and then Todd's just sitting there, and we all just chopping, and then you move the relationship conversation somehow. Uh-oh. It always gonna like evolve into finding its way there, right? And so we get there, and I think that he was kind of like explaining his relationship, and I think he's like he's freshly single man. He outside dating, and
welcome to Death Row.
Welcome to Death Row. Johnny's familiar. This is where Johnny lives at.
Hold on, repeat that. He was single, but he's single, but what?
I don't know what I said about dating. I guess like
you were saying the dude
he's newly single.
Mm-hmm.
He just got out of like a X amount of year relationship.
Okay.
Was engaged the whole 9 yards, and yeah, he's part of the Johnny community, where Johnny's used to the darkness. He like bang.
Well, that's this
like, in the darkness.
We don't be complaining over here.
But he was talking about like, hey, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'm talking to Shorty, and like they was having a prize battle a little bit.
But who's the
prize? It was like a prize battle. And previously I had already kind of been thinking about it because you see it inside so many different scenarios. And this, I was really gonna loop in my next week's conversation, in which we're gonna get to it. Listen, that's gonna be a fun one. We're gonna run back the clips and we're gonna have a good time.
Push it to your malice,
huh?
You gonna push this? Never mind.
but power dynamics, and I think that most relationships are built off of power dynamics, and a lot of people feel uncomfortable when they don't have the power dynamic, especially if they're like a type A, maybe a B personality. And the fact, like, she felt like she needed to exert the fact that she was the prize. He felt like he needed the fact, like, hey, nah, I'm really the prize. I'm a black man. It's this, they got that.
Hell yes, talk your shit, black man.
Again, to me, I personally think that the issue is when you start getting into like the prize piece, it's really just a conversation about I want the leverage, and I think that that's where a lot of relationships end up, being hurt. But saying all that to say, I do think that a lot of relationships are built off of it. Again, if we go back to whether we say like the 15-year-old with the 30-year-old and that whole little thing, there's a power dynamic thing that's happening there, in which there's an exploitative factor that's happening. If we go into, a lot of different versions of relationships, whether you look at a guy and you be like, man, he ain't supposed to be with her. That don't make sense. When you find out he got a lot of money,
dropping that motherfucker off.
Well, I don't think that he's dropping that motherfucker off. I think he got a lot of money and getting exploited because he looks at her as the prize, quote unquote trophy wife, and then she does what she needs to do and she get the fuck up out of it. And you see that a lot. And the same difference when a guy feel like he's that guy. Guess what he gonna do? Exercise them options.
That's crazy that exercise them options.
Am I wrong though? And I think that inside the dream relationship for most people, you start realizing that it's not about egalitarianism, it's not about equality, it's not about there being like a pull and push. It's about having the upper hand so that you can have the leverage in the power dynamic. Sometimes this is done through, like, if a person ends up cheating, guess what? I'm gonna keep bringing that shit up, and that's gonna be justification for why I want to do what the fuck I want to do, or why you can't do what you want me to do. And the power dynamic has swung my way. Again, like you could use a bunch of different things, and
damn, boy, that's it.
I'll toss it out to y'all. Do you think that most relationships are built off of power dynamics?
I would say, I don't know if most. I think there's a lot of relationships that are built on that, but I also don't think that that's a stable foundation to build a relationship on. It's power dynamics, like you just said. Sometimes shits could switch, and like, cause like money is something that you could have and you can lose. You can not have and you can get it. Like, so that's that's your foundation. That's not really something that's like, a stable. It depends. Your money. Sometimes your money is stable, but like, that's not something that's really like about you. That's something that you could lose. And to me, what I've always found is like, I don't want to be with somebody that want to be with me because of a thing, or to me, that's not like a true like relationship. Like, I think the best relationships are the ones that really make it, or where like it's an equal power dynamic, to where like neither one of them needs each other. Like you be good on your own, you be good on your own. Y'all just choose to be together, and I think that's and you choose because y'all want to be together. Like, and I think that's the best kind of relationship is like that, because
we're real at.
It's like
you trying to bring back the want need conversation.
I mean, but like we talking about power dynamics, but I think like if I'm here because you got a thing, I don't really like you, and vice versa. Like if you're here because like I'm paying all the bills.
Yeah.
Like, what if like I can't pay all the bills? Like, are you still gonna chip it? It's like
that's that tricky part about.
To me, that power dynamic, it's not a stable foundation to build. Because what if it changed? Like, even like you said, I didn't even think about, like, sometimes you can cheat on your woman and lose the power dynamic. And like, if we building relationships on something that could change off a decision, it's like you know, why wouldn't I just choose like the person you are? Like I've seen you go through good times. I've seen you go through bad. I've seen you the decisions you make when you're on top of the world. I've seen the decisions you made when you know your back's against the wall. Like I admire like the person you are. Like I'd rather like be with somebody because I admire them than like be with somebody because I'm getting something out the relationship. And vice versa. I'd rather somebody want to be with me because they admire who I am versus because I'm doing, you know, whether it's sex, whether it's money, whether, you know, I'd rather want somebody that like would be with me because of who I am. And I want to be with somebody because of who they are, not like any of that other stuff. So I don't believe in power dynamics is something that's, you know, you gotta be careful when you basing like, you know, your partner and commitment on like because you got an upper hand.
And even I was sitting there trying to put myself into it, like because I have a hard time, like I've learned from watching other people's relationships, like you never actually know what all is going on in somebody else's relationship. So I try to base like a lot of relationship questions off of like, I try to see myself in it at like, okay, at some point was I taking event like, or have I been doing that throughout my relationships, or have I seen that or somebody else trying to do that to me throughout the relationship? And I would say I've experienced it, but I wouldn't say like most relationships. I don't think most relationships are necessarily based off of that. I would say I think everybody goes through some relationship where they have to learn about the power dynamic thing. But like if you're in any long-term relationship, one of the things you kind of figure out at certain points, like the power dynamic changes, like it can change. If you're basing stuff off of that, like the power dynamic can change at different time periods. Like it can be like you can get sick and all of a sudden this person got more power over you than like, or I don't like, you know, it's a lot of things that can, a lot of circumstances that can change. So it's like, I wouldn't necessarily say serious relationships are based off of that. I would say like a lot, like there are people who are like looking for superficial relationships and not getting what they want because they're basing it off of power dynamics. And like I would say it's a good amount of people who are out there chasing that, and that's probably why they're still like I would say like single people, like people who are still not like you in one-off relationships. You in a relationship for a couple months, then y'all break up, then you in another relationship maybe a year or almost a year, but y'all done broke up 3-4 times throughout that time period. Like you just constantly in relationships over and over again, and you keep using the same thing. It's somebody specific I'm thinking of in mind. I'm gonna tell y'all afterwards, but it kind of be an obvious thing. It's like, yeah, you're chasing a power dynamic, and it's like it's an unrealistic thing, if that makes sense. Like it's an unrealistic dynamic that you believe in, and your limiting beliefs is limiting you from the relationship that you actually want to have.
And I think it's something important to be like, because even like as a man, especially as a young man, like a lot of time we'll find, especially if you get like a bad joint, like you'll find yourself on the wrong side of the power dynamic if you date somebody that you like.
You're attempting
to prove your worth almost. So and it's like that's not where you want to be, no matter how bad the joint is. Like that's a sick feeling. Where you trying
I think we're all in agreement that you need to find a woman who like you. Yeah, like I would not go for the one. Like
the biggest issue though is that
you gotta like that woman.
That's counter to what a lot of the conversation, especially in the dating sphere, is, where it's not about finding a woman who likes you. Hey, what she look like? Is she what is it? No sixes and no sevens.
No
sevens and XYZ.
And that's the dudes. Like I done had conversations with dudes who like that, and it's like it's some of them who it's one in particular. Like just at homecoming this past year, it was a guy who I knew on campus. He used to he would actually like it, but I'm not gonna say his name. But he was like he was a player. He was a well-known player on campus, and we was talking at the thing. He was just talking about like how this woman that he was with had changed him and everything, like different stuff or whatever. Like and like she's not the typical woman he would have went after. Like it was like when he stopped chasing
the
those
old players,
things.
They end up. Let me see how I can frame this. The niggas that were like the habitual guys on campus.
You said they got the sixes.
I think that when you look at them now, they end up with the old 8s from campus that are now 5-4s. 504s.
That's tough. Because sometimes those are the ones you don't want to be, because she still thinks they is. Sometimes
listen.
Because those sometimes they still think they.
But sometimes they still get
mind together. Listen, 60 pounds of humbler ones.
Sometimes it don't. That's the scary part. When it don't humble them,
they be single, bro. They still be single.
I don't know a lot of them, but the thing is like the beauty of a lot of, and it's crazy because I got a son. I was just thinking about this not now, but recently, like a day or two ago, is that I got a son that's a year away from going to college. And to me, college was like my most meaningful experience. And most of my friendships, even to this day, are built off of that. It's just like, damn, he's about a year away from embarking on the said thing. And saying that to say, right now, there's a lot of people that look at the college and the person that they meet back up with 10 years later, they're still like chasing that version of that person from college, if that makes sense.
They're still like
their college image is what they're still like.
So they see themselves.
Maybe it was 10 years later, but I finally bagged. Maybe it was like 10 years later, but I finally got this guy to settle down.
But that's some dirty work, bro. Because 10 years later, bro, that's
because
it's a business that's bad, and they come back around, and you be, it's like, it's been 10 years. I don't know if I should do this because, like, yeah, that's dirty. I don't want it then. To me, 10 years later, I don't want it no more. I don't want it no more.
Said these BBWs think they are dimes. Y'all must don't get out much to speak to a lot of them. They will always say, as Chris Rock said, it's some good pussy up under this belly. Like,
listen, but I will say that. Never mind. No, I will say this.
There you go.
Never mind. All right, go ahead.
I'll save you, bro. But like, I think the problem, and I haven't told like one of my shorties this. Like, I think like what we talking about here is like a lot of people like instead of dating for like character.
This is what I was gonna say. Like, there's a big difference between a built like a woman BBW and a bare built BBW.
Oh, that's fact. That's fact.
Like if she built like a woman,
they need to separate the terms too, because it is a difference though, bro.
There's a really big difference. It's all about where your weight is, ladies.
Right. Listen,
it's all about where your weight is, because you can have some weight.
If you got a stomach, but it's that overlapping a wagon dragon.
But if your food will go down to your knees, though,
you can put something in a wagon, boy. You can put something.
Y'all like them down to the knee fupas.
Down to the knee fupa. That's like bare built. That's
exactly
that's the fanny pack.
If they look like that, the fanny pack.
Not bare built. Bare built, refrigerator built.
Fanny pack nice, bro. Fanny pack nice. You gotta give them. So that's the doggone front backpack. You remember when the people used to wear the backpack in the front?
Yeah,
the suitcase, the duffel bag, bro. Yeah, that's the candy bag. You remember I had the candy bag in high school? We going crazy, bro. You carried a big duffel bag like that, bro.
You like a little candy bag bull.
But what I was about to say to get off the BBW. Shout out to Meg the Stallions and but a lot of people date for checklists and not character. And like a lot of people they look at a checklist and be like, the fit, fine, and friendly, and, all the different checklists. But like somebody could check all those boxes and be an ain't shit person. And it's probably not like a person you'd want to be with long term. And like I think like a good character person is somebody, even if they don't got all the boxes checked, they got a high more likelihood to check the boxes in the future and still be somebody that you would want to be with versus like a person that got everything checked off and is a piece of shit. And I think like that gets missed with a lot of people, men and women, because like there's ain't shit people on both sides, and a lot of people like don't really talk about like not like the red, like not just red flag, but they talk about red flag, but like they don't talk about like how big some of these red flags are and how people just overlook them sometimes. And like I think that's I think that's one of those ones where we gotta sit back and listen, because I done been with some like some ain't shit women that look good.
Oh yeah, it's plenty of them.
and you'll be trying to like make it work, and you gotta sit back like you just ain't shit. Like it ain't even me. Like
I was about to say it's plenty of them.
You just ain't, but sometimes they look good, and like they'll get passes for it, and nobody will tell them they ain't shit because they look good.
Yeah,
and like you gotta realize like I don't want to deal with that, because like motherfuckers that look good ain't necessarily always gonna look good.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to tell.
Sometimes people like from college. Sometimes people look good at college and don't look good now. If you ain't got the character to match.
Well, at the end of the day, I think a lot of them people have to deal with stuff that comes like when it comes to roost at the end of the day, because they end up like a lot of people end up unhappy because like especially when they look good and everything and they've been stuck on that, eventually you get to a point where them looks fade eventually. So it's like you come up one day and you sitting there, dog, on realize like you ain't got nobody, you ain't build no family. You ain't got no. You get old and you ain't got no grandchildren because you was jumping from.
All you did was play niggas.
Yeah.
All you did was play this nigga and try to see the most you could play niggas.
And even dudes, it's dudes who jump from woman to woman,
and vice versa. It's dudes that like ain't shit too, and but like. I just have seen ain't shit women, so that's my experience with ain't shit women. But like, it's some niggas that eat though. I'm sure ladies got their
like
stories.
I done seen the guys who, and I've been determined to not be one. Like that's one of the things that I always like kind of determined me, or it influenced me in a way to like don't be one of those guys who sitting there. You keep it playing all the way till you 60, and now you trying to settle down, but don't no woman want you, and you still the player 60-year-old trying to holler at the women, and you thinking you still got it. And they laughing at you behind your back.
And to me, like I think like the biggest flex and like it's like not the thing, but like we out here dating and stuff. It's like I think I pride myself on like trying to be like a good, decent person, like a fair person. Like I try to like give you the thing. Like I try to be like I think like in this world, like that's the biggest flex to be with somebody that's like a really decent. Like a good person, like think like outside of the looks, the sex, the money, all of that. But think about this: your woman, your partner, whatever is, ladies, of your husband. Like it's just a good person.
Yeah.
Like how much of a flex that is.
Yeah. It's real
not
hard.
It's not valued enough. Like people don't be like, yeah, she got this. Now that motherfucker just dope. He's a good person. Had my back when ain't nobody else. That's just a good person. And like. Fuck a checklist. She looked like this. She got it. No, it's like that's a good person. I think that's the biggest flex to be with somebody that's just and that fuck with you.
It's literally the thing that kept me in my relationship. Because I would honestly say both of us, neither one of us thought it was going to end up being what it was. Especially she's much older than me, so it's like neither one of us thought the relationship was going to end up.
Those be the best relationships.
Yeah, neither one of us thought it would end up being what it was. But like, I would be very hard pressed to let her go. Like
because she's a good person.
Yeah, she's a good person. So and it's like
that's the because like outside everything else, like that matters more than all that shit. Like when you sick,
who gonna like if she gonna be there and help me out or whatever? Like how is she paying attention to my well being? That's the stuff
like,
that matters.
Like I was in the hospital, like I had a motherfucker just no phone, like pull up, like didn't know what hospital I was at. Went to this one, not there. Went to that one. Finally, like, but I thought, oh, I'm here. Oh damn. You and like that's a person that fuck with you. That's a good person. That's somebody that care. Like that. Like I also been with somebody like I'm fucked up. You all right? The effort. You be like, oh damn. You just here for the benefits.
I would honestly say I've been fortunate to not have to deal with that. Really? Like pretty much every girlfriend I've had is kind of been like caring, but it's also because of how I am and what I look for. And what's going to work. Like I'm aware of what's not going to work for a girl. I've had a few where it was like, but they like most of the ones who was problems wasn't girlfriends. They was like I was just talking to them for a minute. It didn't lead to a serious relationship.
They just had good box.
Yeah. Like we had some fun. This relationship didn't lead to, but for the most part, I didn't have pretty good girlfriends because like you can't. You're not really gonna stay around me like that. You're not really gonna get to stay around me like that. Like if you're not, like depending on the type of woman it is, she's not gonna get to be around.
Like I say, like I think I'm a good person. I think I'm good, and like that's another. I require that too. Like if I'm gonna go,
what do you mean by that?
Well, like
you require that.
You gotta. I can't just be the one that's always gonna like look out if you ain't gonna return the favor or even look out like not even as much, but put the effort in because like you might not be able to do all the same things, but you gotta at least. Try or show me that I gotta feel the effort.
Like, and this is kind of what I've been experiencing, or what I've been a revelation I just recently had, or whatever. Like I've been paying attention to the fact that, like within relationships, thinking about power dynamics and trying to manipulate people and trying to have the upper hand is like irrelevant. It's like the best thing to really do in your relationship is to make sure that y'all both trying to love each other the best you can. And that's people. Like it's like. I don't need to keep thinking about everything that she's doing. Like sometimes she might be checked out. I still need to be checked in. And eventually she'll realize like, okay, I need to check back in and make sure like he's still been doing this. I need to do this. And it's going to be times I might be checked out and she be checked in. I don't want her to try to base how she treats me just off of like, it's like I don't know. You can like just keep focusing on loving each other the best you can.
Yeah.
And that's what like
And I think here's another good one too. Like I think it's people that like you meet certain people and they require you to be a better person. Like to even deal with it, like something like sometimes you meet a woman and like as a man you gotta like awareness is key. Because sometimes you meet a woman that's really dope and you're not what she need. Where you currently at. And like sometimes they'll give you a chance to be what they need, but like you got to understand that like that's a dope ass woman. I might not. I still got like stuff I'm working on up here. Like, and she gonna make me a better person. Some people run from that though. There be some people that you could be this person. They gonna require you to be a better person. I'm gonna go over here because she gonna let me be this ain't shit person. You know that I am, and sometimes that's the scariest relationship too.
I definitely would say as a man, and I only speak for men in this area because I can't really speak for women. I think men are supposed to be leaders, and so as a man, I think like you have to constantly check yourself, like and see the areas that you can get better in, and keep trying to make yourself better in them areas because it's like we all can be better men. Like at the end of the day, we can always be a better man than
nobody perfect.
Yeah, nobody's perfect. So it's like we all can be better men in different ways. Like
that's facts.
Yeah, and I just look at it like that. It's like if you know you ain't shit, then work on them areas you know you ain't shit, and like, stop making an excuse to be like, yeah, I ain't shit. Like niggas be cool. Like it be some people who just
but it's
be cool
to have like if you know you got this dope woman waiting on you just to stop.
Oh yeah, you should be aware, and you shouldn't be playing nobody's feelings.
You should either like stop being shit and go get that woman, or you should leave her alone.
Yeah. Now, even if you have to leave her alone, but at the end of the day, if you know, like, hey, I ain't like you sitting there telling yourself, hey, I ain't shit. Like, if you can say that to yourself, then that means do the work. Like, why be satisfied with not being nothing? Like,
or don't expect shit.
Yeah, I don't understand. And then, like,
you say you ain't shit, but then when you deal with that shit, you think it's woe was me, but like you didn't even like put that out in the world.
And no matter how people want to put it, this whole single is cool and everything. I don't see nothing cool about being 60, 65 and single. Like, I don't want to be in my old age single, bro. Like, just being honest. Like,
no, I feel that.
You know, if you married and something happened to your spouse or something like that, that's one thing. Or like, but just you just spent all the years not talking to nobody, not having no relationships, and you just single out here, like nobody to care in the world or whatever. I wouldn't necessarily want. I don't want that, bro. Like,
yeah, well, it's not fun. At some point, it's like, like the stuff that become fun, you need a partner to go do it.
It ain't even just about fun. It's like just doing life on the daily.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you 20, 30, you going out and stuff, you don't. But like when you 40, 50, you want to go like do stuff. You need a partner. You need somebody to go be there with.
And even Unc said, at the age you guys are now, you pretty much can find women that are kind of like-minded. The older you get, the worse it is because people get set in their ways and women become worse, the same as men. And that's exactly what all the older people keep saying. They keep saying the older you get, it get worse. Like the women say that, the men say that. Like, yeah, the older these women get, they get worse.
Yeah, I think most people get stuck in their ways.
I don't think that's
But that's why I say I think it's really important. I think it's really important to go ahead and take that lesson. I don't necessarily
agree with that though, because I think that's an unhealthy mindset. As people, I think the older you, the better. Like we talking about like not being ain't shit.
Ain't shit.
If you know you ain't shit at 35, why would you just stop trying and like not what y'all be at 40?
And it ain't even that they don't. I
don't think they're saying like 35. They're talking about like 55.
Still, like you should always be okay. 55.
Nah, it's a space where you just think, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that 40s is the last grade.
It's the last. That's where you got to, like. If by the time you get to your 40s,
and I think that's like
settle in, bro.
40s, most people just solid. And I think I might be only saying that because I'm closer. Like, I'm closer up there, but I know more people. But I think that at the older you get, the more most people don't become as malleable as they used to be.
I mean, I get that, but like we're at a different age. I get it. I mean, that's human nature.
but
like,
still be seeing like you be seeing 50, 60-year-old women on there talking about how they the prize and all of this stuff still. And
I ain't never seen a 60. Bro, but
they be out here.
60-year-old woman talking about she
they be out here, bro.
There's not a 60-year-old.
But
bro,
my
yes,
thing
they
is
are.
that
they out here, bro.
But the issue is that in the same way, these women be out here wilding and being egregious 60-year-old women saying that she the prize. I think the propaganda that's been fed to men on the internet age makes them do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I am a high value man and I deserve the option to be able to cheat when I want to. Like this is like weird propaganda that it's like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, and the funny
I make
part about it
100K so I'll get to cheat on you.
I kind of came to the conclusion like we all ain't shit. You just got to decide the ain't shit you want to deal with. Like, you know what I mean? Like we all got some area where it's like, yeah, I know I could be better in this area.
Okay.
Like, or I just ain't shit in this area and I ain't about to try to be. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm good in these areas over here.
See, that's such a hard. See, that's where because I be trying to be not shit. I mean, good. I be trying to make my not shit good still. But I can admit that I have like there's things that I can improve on for sure.
But it's like that's it, and it's okay though. We all got those things, and like you need to be able to. One of the things that gets me is like you hear people always say like we're not perfect, but then when you ask them like what's wrong, like they can't tell you their flaws. So you know you're not perfect, but you can't identify any actual relevant flaws outside of some surface level bull crap.
All you have to do is just like what are the critiques?
Like a lot of people be like, yeah, I probably tell a lot. They tell you some stuff that's like obvious, like something that, but a lot of people don't actually dive into like their actual imperfections. Like you flawed. So like if you know you're flawed, what are the things that you actually know is flawed to actually make better?
Well, that means they don't have a lot of self-awareness. I think that typically if you are self-aware enough and you listen to people around you and or the critiques that you get more often, you should be able to piece together a few things at least that have some value when you come down to critiques, things like that. Johnny, when was the last relationship that you was in a bad power dynamic?
But when you say losing. Bad, like when I was losing. Oh,
losing.
Like what I really wanted to join. Yeah, let me think. It's probably about
losing.
About 10. That's when I realized, like you gotta start.
I need money.
That too.
Bro, that's exactly what happened. I can tell you what age I was and everything.
That's when Johnny turned into a capitalist.
That too. It was about
I need money to exercise this shit over.
Well, actually, probably about 11. Yeah, it was a little.
Yeah, I would definitely say I had one relationship that was power dynamic.
I wanted this little baddie. I was like, yeah, I got me. Yeah, I was trying too hard, Once you get exposed, once you get
exposed you.
No, I said like once you get one, you be like, I want to keep it. And so you probably do too much to like try to stay, You probably don't gotta do all that.
No, I was in bad power dynamic.
Tricking.
Just let it go.
But damn that. Tricking is like I don't even because tricking is such a weird thing because it's them exercising their power dynamic while the woman is also exercising their power dynamic. It's like a weird thing.
Balance.
Yeah, that's more balanced.
I wouldn't even say. I would say like if you trick and she's probably getting more power. She probably got a higher power dynamic depending on the situation.
Depending on how much money you got.
Depending on the situation.
Depending on how much money you got.
Yes, the answer is actually yes. And you're tricking to be able to do something to make her get under your power dynamic. Like if you can trick and then get her in your house and then get her to where she's dependent upon you, now you have the power.
Yeah, now you got the power dynamic. Other than that, she's running the show.
Yeah. And then you got to do something to make her ugly or something, I guess. Get her pregnant. Do something crazy. Like you got to make her lose her looks because like her power dynamic probably evolves around her looks and personality inside some mesh.
But you think that carries more weight than money?
I don't understand what you're asking. Like I never made that statement.
But the woman looks.
So if you're tricking on a woman, she likely has the power dynamic because she looks attractive enough for you to trick on her, and where other people would trick on her also.
She probably got some other ones doing it too.
So it's not just,
and so then you have to get her.
Unless you a pimp and that's your bitch.
Yeah, like, unless you can get her dependent upon you, she actually has the upper hand in the power dynamic.
Until
basically you're only
like getting her pregnant.
The only tricks who really got advantage is pimps. You got to be a pimp.
But pimps
I don't know. I don't think that pimps are tricks. Pimps have tricks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah,
shout out to Magic Don Juan.
Yeah, you're right because she bringing him money.
Yeah,
and he only spending on her what she need. The doggone go this business investment. Get back. Look, I need this dress on this so she can. I've been around too many pimps, bro. I was about to start talking. Like,
There you go. What they call them, lot lizards? Is that where they live at now?
Told them to be at the motels.
Nah, I ain't been to no motels, bro. I just know some pimps, bro.
On the creek.
Nah, I got some pimps in my family, bro. I got some pimps in my family.
I ain't gonna lie to you. What day was this? I don't even. It was this week. Real ain't here, so I hate that he ain't here. But like sometimes you be like, all right, this is why niggas POV be slanted in this way. I can't remember where I was going, but I needed to get gas real quick. Matter of fact, I think I had just picked up QJ because QJ was in the car with me, and we was going or coming from somewhere. And the quickest gas station, because I was on E, was Sugar Creek. And it was not the one to the left, but the one to the right when you get off the highway. And
the one to the right.
That's the worst one because the gas is 10 cents cheap.
The other side of
the gas is like when you get off if you get off the highway, and you're driving down, you can only
I know exactly which one you're talking.
And the gas is always 10 cents cheaper.
Yeah,
but when you get out the car, you understand why it's 10 cents cheaper. You get out that car,
I know exactly. And
like person A approaches me, and hey. You getting too close. Back up. Nah, I ain't got that. We good. And then it's somebody right behind. And then, hey. And now this person like kind of like playing with their pants and shit.
You don't know.
Like
the person you just talked to?
No, it's somebody. As I'm still letting my gas go up, somebody else came. And like they, when somebody playing a little bit here, you don't know. Meaning like that could be a gun, that could be this, that could be that.
Anything. Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I ain't got it, but yeah, you getting too close. You see head walk down here, it's walking zombie this way. And
what time was this?
Like it was daylight. It was like
God, this is daylight.
This is like 3 o'clock.
I was about to say, this is like
in my head, this is nighttime.
Bro, this can happen at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday morning.
This is like literally like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, bro, it's too hot right here. And it's crazy because I always go to the gas station across the street. It's not that hot. Like it's certain things happening. It's normal activities. Like it's not heads coming up to me at the pump over and over. And like I got approached like 3 times while pumping my gas, and it's like they make the gas come slower or something. And then I'm looking at this one, like that's why I was like, oh, when he say the statutes and shit like that, because they kind of like be just in this area. Mm-hmm. But it's so weird because of like
down that road.
That's like such a hyper concentrated little thing that you really don't see a lot of other places though.
No, yes you do.
Where?
Philadelphia.
All right, what the fuck? I'm talking about in Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
And like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And you literally see it in that area.
That's like it's hyper concentrated right there.
What area?
This nigga said Philadelphia.
So they had some shit like that in Houston.
She said Philadelphia church road. You might have got away with something.
I know every city got a Sugar Creek. We know that.
But sometimes like our Sugar Creek, like our shit is small compared to like.
Again, right now I'm not making that comparison or not.
Yeah,
like what I'm saying, like typically, like if I go to Albemarle, you do see the Brother Po Whites, and like it'd be like Brother Po Whites. What's the long version of the cigarette? Because that's what they always have.
Yeah,
and it's not. Yeah, I had. It'd be like dirty.
It'd be a Marlboro.
It'd be like Marlboro dirty.
They want beers and they want Marlboros.
But it'd be like the women look like they just threw dirt on their face.
Natty Ice.
You know what I mean?
They took that natty.
They got the Matty Ice. Hey, shout out to whoever brought the Matty Ice to the kickback that time.
Those be the
somebody Natty Ice. Somebody brought the Natty Ice to the kickback.
Quinn. Pretty sure they were Quinn.
That was wild.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying.
Pretty sure they were Quinn.
I had bought something, but I think I bought like Bud Lights. I ain't bring no Natty Ice. I got clown for some Bud Lights.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I didn't buy Natty Lights in college. I was better than that. I'm like,
I never knew nothing about it. But then when I seen that nobody ever drunk them, and then they just sat in the garage for like 2 months, I was like, oh.
Until we was down to like,
and
everybody was like, okay, I'll take one of them. Because I remember you just like, hey, it's still some beers in there.
Yeah.
Everybody just come through and get one.
Like, there ain't no beer in here. He's like, yeah,
bro, we was drinking them beers forever, bro. We was drinking them beers for a
good minute. It took a while to get them Jones up off of it.
But I seen one. I was at the off Plaza. This was at nighttime, but motherfuckers stood behind.
But this makes it like when you Plaza, you can find them at night.
Yeah.
Album art, you can find them at night.
But this you talking about daytime?
I'm talking about.
You might.
It was multiple guys first
daytime.
Because guys, it was like few guys that I had to be like, hey, bro, back up. You're too close to me. Like it just was what it was.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like 3 of them, and then one circled back. So now I'm like, I got my spidey senses tingling. Like I ain't new to it, so like I understand. And I'm like, all right, bro.
But see, that's what I don't like. Cause the guy, I was at the grocery store, the little food line right there. Bros came out, like I saw him like when I came in, he was asking the girl that he was behind my car. Like I don't like that. Like you trying to block me in.
Yeah.
Like you standing behind my car trying to ask me like,
oh, he blocked.
Oh yeah.
You standing like behind my car, like when I'm coming in, like bro, I will hit you, bro. Get the fuck on. Like I will back it, like I will fucking run you the fuck over. Like
you do have to peep stuff like that.
But like I noticed that like I see like you moved behind my car, like nah, bro. What fuck? Like, I don't. God, I'm watching your ass.
Yeah,
I'm watching your ass, bro.
I be skeptical about everything, especially with my girl. Now I pay even more attention. Like
you got to.
So you hyper aware.
Yeah, and you gotta but. I would say most time they harmless, just a little. We'll get them out of here, but you do gotta like be aware. Like you do gotta, and I always tell them, always try to empathize with them by being like, man, it's rent week.
I just say I only got my card. Niggas is always asking.
I niggas
asking for cash. I just say,
bro. When I was in Florida, I
said I ain't got it. He ain't got nothing. I said all I got is a card, bro.
Bro, I done had motherfuckers. I was in Florida, but old man, like he was in the bar.
Tap.
Motherfucker had Cash App. And
smart man, though.
And he had got because like I had because he was like the old like dude in the bar. So I was like, I didn't think he was homeless. And I was like, hey man, what bar should I go to? They was acting like where the black people be at. This was kind of a white bar. And I was like, man, what a cool bar is that? Where the black people be at? He was like, yeah, just go down here. Go down. He was like, hey, young blood, you got a couple dollars? And I was like, nah, man, I ain't got it. He was like, I got Cash App. I was like, all right. Buddy. And I was like, you gave me, all right.
What you doing, 5 to 10?
I did. I think I gave him 6. I think I had the last one that I had on my Cash App.
The most I do with my card.
I sent it to him.
The most I would do with my card that I've done before is you can come in the store with me and grab something. Like I've done that before.
No, I will get you something. I'll take you in the store. I'll break
something
out.
you can come in the store, like depending on who it is, grab what you need. What is it you want to get? I just want to get some chips or something to drink. Like I've had people who came up to me like that and they genuinely just wanted to get some chips and something to drink.
I'll do that.
Even I've had people come up to me and just wanted a beer. And they got their ID in there. Like, don't come up on me on no stupid shit. Like, are you trying to run my pot? Like especially like I done had people who you see them at the store all the time. Like you get to know them. They always
the ones that always be there.
Yeah, they'd be like, okay, oh my. Then it was one day though. One of them showed me how much money he had in his pocket, and I was like, I'd never do it again. And it was this dude. He like deaf, and he can't talk because he deaf. So it's like, but he be talking all the time. But he deaf, so he talk like you
ain't do that. You ain't do that.
I'm just saying, bro.
Tone, you need to do that so I understood what you meant.
Yeah, either
how
way.
You be talking?
No, I'm not. Keep going, bro.
Hey, I think that this is probably a good time for us to segue into the meme section. We had about
bro, but he had wise, bro. That nigga had money. Oh, yeah, you can talk about him all you want to. He had cash. That boy, like, he pulled out that money and he be talking to you with his money, bro.
Oh, yeah, I ain't getting money.
With his money. You see, I got all his turn.
Well, you ain't getting no building. You ain't getting no goddamn building.
There you go.
That's how you be, bro.
That's fucked up. I would say he gonna hear this, but like,
oh man. You wanna know the crazy part? Even if he did hear, he wouldn't care, bro. He know how he talk. Like he would not care. That's why I'm saying it.
Johnny been wanting.
He wouldn't care. He still got money, bro.
Johnny been wanting to get that one up.
He still got money.
You ready, Johnny?
Oh yeah.
Got him. Got him. Damn. Fuck boy.
Damn it. Well, that was a good one. I was about to throw them.
Well, you lost in
I was about to throw the lesbians.
The presidency you lost still today. I said go I'll go Johnny told me.
All right,
I'm ready. Which one I put in there first? Let me go. Oh yeah, let me go. Give me the second one on the top row.
Is one looking at nigga.
Boy, found out this music.
Yo, I watched this video like 15 times.
Hey, I ran. We don't want no smoke.
Hey, whatever he said.
Boy.
I found that joke hilarious, but the funny part about it is most people in these countries, like outside of the ones who actually got to fight the wars and everything, everybody else is like, we civilians ain't trying to. I don't want to be in danger. And they ain't trying to kill you.
Hell yeah. Now let me get the matter of fact, go down, do the one under that.
Who you fucking think I am?
Hey, you recording us?
Yeah. Good. Get the fuck out of my face. You gonna stop.
Now we can take hands.
Stop, man. Stop on me. Stop. We done. We done our way. We done our way. You want to be done? We done. I want you to play with me, bro. All right, we don't fucking play with me. I'm trying to shake your fucking hand, goddamn. That's what you should have did the first time.
I love it. Nigga.
Man.
Yeah, that was just first time.
That was so entertaining.
Trying to shake your
That's one of the most entertaining videos I've ever seen in my life. Boy, Bob from accounting was arrogant, wasn't it? Who do you think I am? No.
Yeah, that motherfucker got his ass.
He smoked on a young boy, and then he fed that strength.
Dang.
Let me get that. Do the one right beside him.
What, drink the chips or whatever?
Yeah, that one.
If you drink the chips at the end of the bag, you a fat, greasy white back monkey. Hey, said that, bro. You try to not get messy with the chips at the end.
I do that shit too. I'm
like, what they talking about, bro?
I had just finished the bag of chips when I seen that.
Who about to be sitting there digging and licking their fingers the whole time?
It did. No, that's that one too long. Let me get the which one I want to go. Give me the girl top left right corner.
Right here?
Yeah.
You said top left right corner.
Right corner.
Jack Harlow is the perfect example of why gatekeeping in the Black community is really, we got to get better at it, guys.
I'm saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into blackness. So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, or just to retreat back into?
We'll wait on the take a little bit. What did you think of the album?
He wasn't rapping enough for me. Actually, like I think he can kind of rap. So like, I prefer him like to rap.
So what, he tried to go Drake on this album or something?
He kind of tried to go like Mos Def, like they call it neo-colonial soul or neo-soulless. Like I heard it's like yeah, like it wasn't that bad. Like, it was decent, but like I remember like turning it off like halfway.
I got a phrase like
it's all right, but it ain't like
so ain't nothing like the real thing. Yeah, they ain't nothing like the real thing, bro. They be trying like, why do we need you to
somebody
fake
called him Whack Miller?
Yeah, we don't need you to fake
Cuz
we about to play the video.
Play some. I haven't heard any of the album.
I haven't heard any of it.
Back and forth.
They called it neo-soulless.
And I was asking Johnny to heard it.
Neo-colonial soul.
I will also say what's weird is that a lot of niggas didn't fuck with Mac Miller when he was alive. And that's the interesting part.
I think more people.
I know a lot of people who did. That's what messes me up.
I think it's minimal. Like if we go back in hindsight and we look at real niggas' timelines, they was not rocking with the Mac Miller.
Now, to be honest, I didn't listen to Mac Miller like that
until after
a little later on when I started catching on, and I liked his voice on different stuff, and I was like, it was before he died. I ain't wait till he died to start listening, but it was like I heard his voice on some things, and I was like, I like how he comes.
Yeah, like when he came out with Kids, when he came out with Blue Slide, he was not rocking.
I mean, but mainstream niggas weren't, but like real hip hop heads was.
Most hip hop heads wasn't either.
Yeah, they were.
The nigga Lord Jamar sued the nigga. Was it Lord Jamar? Yeah, I think it was Lord Jamar.
When he died,
when he was rapping over their raps, they was suing him.
Yeah, when he died, that's
did he make a song called Donald? Well, that's before Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump was still kind of cool when he made the song. Like, but that song aged terribly.
Terribly, yeah.
There's a lot of songs about Donald Trump before he was president.
All right.
But this was the meme he was playing though. We just waited.
Okay.
Jack Harlow is the perfect example of why gatekeeping in the Black community is really, we got to get better at it, guys.
I'm saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into. I got black music. Yeah. Deeper into black. Yeah. So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, which is to retreat back into traditionally white sounds?
It certainly made what I already wanted to do even more appealing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because you like pushing that boundary, that line?
I think I love black music. I love the sound of black music. I love the sound of black music.
That's a crazy album name.
And of course, I'm hyper aware of.
I don't like it either. I don't like
the politics of today.
Like
that safer landing spot that a lot of my white contemporaries have found. And of course, it appealed to me to do something that I felt like at a time when there's plenty of people expecting me to take some of the routes.
Even a part of that interesting to me how he speaks about black music, how I can go deeper into it. I can be
taking it as serious is the troll part.
Yeah, I'm offended. Like I think
he pulled up to the interview in a quarter zip, zipped up
with the side. He had a side. I ain't never seen a turtleneck with an extra zipper on the side.
Yeah, you saying like he pulled up with that,
bro. Even the picture that's in the. I'm gonna go to that.
And y'all know he's best friends with Drewski.
Oh, shit, that is true.
That is true. Like they knew each other before they even got signed. Like
let's finish here.
I think this shit is true. Okay, my bad.
Blacker without understanding the privilege as a white man that he has, where he can try on any culture that he likes and decide to take it off when it no longer serves him. That is the difference between cultural appreciation and appropriation. Appreciate the host of this show and the host of this conversation because he hits on all of the direct questions about race. And he goes on to say, you can't talk about Jack Harlow without talking about race. And Harlow's like, I would hope not. And Coscarelli says, we've had a version of this conversation over the years with Post Malone, Jelly Roll, MGK, Young Lean, Eminem. Mm-hmm. White rappers are afforded more freedom to change their genre at will. True or false, which is such an important foundation. And the thing that made me tilt my head to the side was his response, and I might have to think about that. What do you think? Again, proving that he is scared to have the real conversations about race. I haven't seen him in the front lines, if anything political, of any political conversation when it comes to Black people, but he's just another person that benefits off of the work and the culture of Black people. And Coscarelli says, definitely. I think there is something about being a white rapper that first puts the chip on your shoulder, and then you prove yourself, you become accepted, which is true. And then you have the privilege and the ability to say, I rap my ass off. I'm not going
to. She was making some more points. That's why I was letting it play still. But
yeah, she made some decent points.
She made some decent points.
I just wanted to hear him, and I just wanted to come on the record and be like, I don't like the name. Monica's fucking insane. Like, don't play in my face.
Jack Harlow is a
picture. Just
like
this picture here, bro. This looks like some Drewski shit. Like if Drewski was playing this.
That's actually hilarious.
Like the
don't play
picture by itself, bro.
Like he played it on face.
Like look at this, bro.
That's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, that is fucking hilarious.
Monica.
Okay, so this shit is actually just a troll. Okay,
like he played and I got one more. Give me the Cameron lyrics.
Oh yeah.
If everything was named by the person who named walkie-talkies, they would sound like Cameron lyrics. Looky booky, fuzzy buzzies, roomy roomies, ouchie pouchy, stabby grabby, soupy scoopies, licky sticky, kitty fitties, bowler holders, kitty shitties, kitty cities, wordy birdies, floaty bloaties, wakey makey, maybe baby, floaty coaties, wheezy sneezies, heedy eaties, screamy dreamy, feedy heedies, meanie screamy, killer, starey squarey, smarty party, hardy starty, hairy waries. If everything was named by the...
That's good. You got to be from the era to understand that. Yeah. That's good for sure.
Feedies.
Tone, what you got for us?
Let's see, man. Oh yeah, this is nice. I know y'all been seeing this thing go around. This is nice to see.
And I give up
I had, but
y'all just see these memes going around. You like how I looked in the past.
I remember it used to be a gas station.
Like, bro, just
hey, I do remember during COVID, gas got to 120. That bit was
it was too. It was lovely. But,
yeah, you got to like 120, 130. South Carolina actually was 120.
Yeah.
Because that's where I got the 120 at.
Give up forever. Yeah, we going every God dog, boy. 120. Drive to California.
That's when 20 on the gas tank meant something. Boy.
Oh yeah.
20 on the gas tank get you to Columbia and back then, boy.
I'm going through some funny ones real quick. This one for me and Q right here. If Real was here, you know too.
So my daughter gonna tell me that she had it harder than I did when I was her age because she played a real sport and I was only in the band. So when she come home and say she was tired because she really was doing shit, Sean, you gotta be fucked up. I was in a real band when we popped real 90s. We weren't allowed to walk, two-step, or do that little skippity hop these kids doing now. Nigga, knees to your motherfucking throat, nigga. I'm talking about band camp started at 5 o'clock in the morning and to 6:30 at night. The first 3 hours we was on the field playing music with no instrument. None. And we still had to play the right fucking notes. You don't understand the difficulty is that? You don't understand how to run laps with your instrument? And these niggas got tubas and fucking bass drums. This shit's heavy, bro. Y'all talking so we had it easy. No, we had shit easy. Because don't let it be a parade. We outside for 5 hours marching, popping 90s, and full firefighter gear. Man, how as fuck. The football player got wear all that shit, but we do. So my dog.
Pads be heavy though. Like,
if people was hating, bro. If people was hating on the band stuff.
Oh yeah, but that y'all had the same meme.
I had one. I had a couple of them in there about him.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas that actually like played football and saw the band practice and stuff, they had respect for it because like niggas was out there just as long as the football players.
Well, to me, I think the hardest part of doing the band shit is the shit that don't even matter. Well, like, why the fuck do I gotta stay still with a fucking 25, 30, 40-pound instrument on me? Damn, I think a drum probably weighs more than that. But maybe it's like 60, but like
which pen, a snare drum?
Like yeah, if you go snare drum,
damn, I
like a newer one,
heavy.
yeah, it's
Snares,
not light.
they're not light, bro.
Oh damn, I didn't know they was 60 pounds. I thought
they
like
hurt.
30.
And you wearing on your like,
and it just
I had
like
back
right
problems
here
after I first stopped. Yeah,
it just hangs right there.
Yeah, I ain't know them.
But the thing is, like, you got to be. What was the challenge that they had with Ray Sherman?
Oh, the Black Beetle challenge.
Yeah, Black. Niggas had to be on the field in 90-degree weather doing the Black Beetle challenge. Don't move. Nobody bet not. What the fuck did that work on?
I remember that too.
What did it work on?
Core strength.
Ain't work on shit.
Isometrics. That's what they call it. It was isometrics, bro.
And then next thing you know, boo, somebody done fell out. All right, don't look at him. So don't lock your knees. You fell out because you locked your knees.
Like,
that's that shit they used to tell us in church when you were ushering. Were you ever see them usher fall out of church?
Oh,
and the thing is, I don't even know what that means.
Oh,
when I'm locking my knee, is it like when I'm straightening like this?
Well, the way we had to stand is why you didn't know what it meant. Because you kind of got like when you got the snare, you kind of don't stand exactly straight. You kind of don't lock. You're not gonna lock your knees. Really.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like. I couldn't understand
it. Let's see. Before we get into the conversation, had to bring back this from last week.
Ate noodles with no packet, cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk, waffles, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar. Oatmeal, no sugar, nothing. I ate cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Cereal with the canned milk, the powder milk, no milk. Waffles, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing. Oatmeal, no sugar, no syrup.
The funny part is he making jokes. He been making jokes about it. I do find that hilarious because he done made some more jokes about it since. So like,
he has a good sense of humor.
Yeah, he got a good sense of humor because that made it even.
He
more
just
funny.
built like a baby mama.
That made it even more funny. I got a couple of them. Jeremy was supposed to hear. I mean, Real was supposed to be here this week. I got to save some of these, man.
That's what. Here's the thing about y'all two niggas. When one miss, it's almost guaranteed the next week the next one gonna miss. And it's like this own little thing. It's rare that y'all don't miss back to back.
Who?
You and Jeremy.
Oh, when somebody missed, the next person missed the next week. That is crazy. We'll go 2 months.
It was crazy because it's some of them I got in here. It's like, dang, I needed him here for this too. Let's see where I want to go. I guess I will go to this because Q is probably about like I was, maybe.
If you watched these shows when you were a kid, you probably have media literacy skills. A Jack Russell Terrier taught you about Faust, the Odyssey, and Frankenstein before you were 10, which is why you recognize when someone's recycling the same manipulation tactics stories have been warning us about for centuries. And it's also made you a little pessimistic because you know how the story ends. LeVar Burton told you, don't take my word for it, and you never forgot that. So now you actually check sources, read past the headline, and ask who's funding the study, and you know that screenshots of comment sections and anonymous blogs are not actually evidence. Mr. Rogers talked to you about social issues like you could in fact handle the truth, which is why you don't need information wrapped in bubble wrap in order to process it. It's also why you can spot when someone's using your emotions to bypass your brain, and you're deeply suspicious when someone is being too simple with you. You spent your childhood chasing a woman in a red.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Like it's like you watch the stuff and it helps you develop certain things whether you realize it or not. Especially Mr. Rogers. Like I realized what I developed.
If I watch,
we might be a little young for Mr. Rogers though too. Right?
Nah,
no.
Nigga, you ain't,
bro. I watched Mr. Rogers.
No,
I watched it. You had
damn.
cable. You had cable.
They gotta do it. I'm saying Mr. Rogers came out in like the 80s and stuff, right?
You had cable.
They still played it on PBS.
He was playing. I watched Mr. Rogers the whole time.
But I probably watched it, but like I remember like Carmen San Diego.
You born like 90,
89.
Bro, nigga, Mr. Rogers was on the whole time.
Oh yeah, you're part of the generation, bro. Oh, that's nasty. You are 89 guy.
The fuck that mean?
It's just nasty. Like I feel like you weren't like being.
I'm not a real 80s baby.
Yeah, it's like you kind of like. I never knew that, bro. It's like you might be the first 89 baby I know.
I'm September 89 too. I'm like right.
Yeah, it's
my
nasty.
sister was born in 90, and she can tell you about Mr. Rogers. We watched Mr. Rogers.
But see, like being born in 90.
My thing is like I remember shows. Like I remember birthday. Watching like Wishbone, Raiden Rainbow, even Carmen San Diego. I don't really remember like.
Nah, Mr. Rogers
like episodes back. I don't remember like
bro. You was born 2 years before me. I mean, 2 years after me.
And that's the crazy part. I didn't watch Carmen San Diego like that. That was the show I wasn't that into.
Like I remember,
I didn't watch it though. That was the one I didn't watch.
I just don't really remember Mr. Rogers like that.
I watched Wishbone. I watched Arthur. I watched
I recognize Wishbone. I don't really remember what the fuck was happening on it.
I used to like to read, so Wishbone was pretty cool.
Like,
but
it
was like they have a real storyline going on, and then he'd tell he'd have like some book story that's relevant to whatever is going on with.
He like acted out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I remember Wishbone, but I just don't like.
Wishbone was my jank. Like,
yeah.
But I think that's more preference of what you like, though, because Mr. Rogers was on during that same time.
It was.
I could imagine. Yeah, I just don't really remember.
Like in '89,
you probably just didn't gravitate
when
to Mr. Rogers.
3, 4, 5, 6. Mr. Rogers was definitely.
Like I didn't gravitate to San Diego. It was on, but I never watched the show. I never watched an episode of Carmen San Diego, bro. And I knew it was on. I never watched an episode of this show.
And I think that's how I was with Wishbone.
But that's probably like me and Mr. Rogers. I just didn't like it like that, probably.
The globe using nothing but context clues and deductive reasoning. This is why you can't consume any media without asking, what are they not showing me, and who benefits from this framing? You're not paranoid, honey, you're just trained. You learned the scientific method before long division, which is why you know I saw an influencer talking about it is not a good credible source. You demand evidence, you know correlation is not causation, and you've said that's anecdotal so many times your friends just think it's a fun trending sound. And if you're like, Auntie Tani, I have literally watched all of these, what could that possibly mean? It means you're impossible to lie to, exhausting to watch movies with, and PBS did it.
Did y'all watch The Boomer Food?
If you watch these shows when you were a kid, you probably have media literacy skills.
I was forced to watch that. That was during the time that my mother had a daycare and I was being homeschooled. And Zabuma Food, she just let all the Nick Jr. run.
Oh, that was PBS.
PBS. All right, so PBS.
Now I remember like I was in 5th grade when Zabuma Food used to be on, and we would watch it. My mom she used to work a 3rd shift job and a 1st shift job, so it'd be like she get off work at night and then she's off to the other job. So I got to take care of everybody in the morning, get us on the bus. But that was our show every morning. Like we gonna watch Zabuma Food. Yeah, but yeah, that was some of them. Okay, I say this for real next week. I really wish he was here this week.
Magic School Bus, they left that one off. That was a good one.
We'll go to the conversation. I think this is an interesting conversation.
I think that parenting needs to be called out of the last 40 years.
What do you mean?
I believe that the burnout, the insecurity, all the stuff we talk about, I believe the reason we're buying more stuff is we're using it as Band-Aids and glitter because we're not strong enough to be secure in what we are and who we are and what we have. And people are gonna say, oh, it's social media and this. We grew up with Lifestyles of Rich and Famous.
That's a fact.
MTV Cribs had plenty of run.
That's a fact.
We want to blame technology for a much bigger issue, which is modern parenting misstepped. We don't hold kids accountable. We don't ground. We definitely don't whoop. Do you understand that if I even, this is real, what I'm about to say. I was scared to even think about disrespecting my mom because I was scared she could see it on my face as a thought.
And then you're just gonna get your ass whooped.
Every parent, I'm gonna poke right at the bear right now. Do you know what these parents are allowing their 13 and 15-year-old kids to say to them? We have lost our, and then we're sending these kids into the real world and we're wondering why they're depressed. They're depressed because they weren't taught any accountability, 8th place trophies for everyone. We have demonized losing when losing is the teacher. As someone who gets tens of thousands of DMs from 20 to 30-year-olds every month, and they're mad at their parents for taking care of them as grown-ups. We have 25-year-olds walking around Earth being tracked by their 25-year-old men being tracked by their mom on 360.
That's crazy.
It's at scale, by the way. You will be shook when you learn it.
That's crazy.
They're getting paid for by their parents. Our generation, a lot of people watching right now, if you got a little help from your parents back in the 70s, 80s, 60s, early 90s, you borrowed money from mom and dad as a new couple and you paid them back.
That's true.
We all know.
That's true.
Now, these kids are on the payroll their whole lives. I think that parenting needs to be called out of the last 40 years.
What do you mean?
I believe that the burnout, the insecurity, all the stuff we talk about, I believe the reason we're buying more stuff is we're using it as Band-Aids and glitter because we're not strong.
Yes. What do you think about that?
And give me like what was the ending point that he was saying? Because I kind of got distracted.
Well, he basically was just talking about how we're using stuff as Band-Aids and glitter. Like he was just calling out the parent.
I think that
the whole thing that he was saying in the beginning is the same thing he was saying by the end of it. He was just explaining further what he was saying.
Do we as parents right now use trinkets as so? I don't know. I guess as I was listening to it earlier. Well, early on in the conversation, should I say? Are we doing a worse?
Do you want to play
job?
it again or some or anything?
No. Like I was, to me, I was thinking through the idea, like, are we doing a worse job?
Well,
and the examples that he's using,
the crazy
are
part
these
about
valid
it is,
enough for me to be like, these are a worse job? And I don't know, like I'm kind of stuck in the middle because like I understand what he's saying. I also think that whooping for everything, a lot of these things that were normalized during that time didn't teach accountability. It taught you to be quiet and not voice your opinion. Fear. And I don't know if that's better either. And I think nostalgia rings so much like prettier inside our mind because of when you had, like, if we had a time machine to live through it, you'd be like, oh, damn, I forgot that part. And do I think that right now we're worse parents? No. I think that we're probably more conscientious parents. I don't think that kids need to get whooped as much as they used to in the past.
And he called it out for the last 40 years. So it was like, that's not even just us. That's like our parents.
Go back to 86.
It's like when you look at that, I'm like,
said a couple things that like I said, I just, and a lot of his examples to me sounded like experience through the like the white lens of it.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that.
You hear
like
kids talk to their moms right now. I don't know
like he was
how black kids talk to their mom right now. I don't know a lot of niggas that's getting their shit off right now to them black mamas still.
Yeah, that'll probably never change the thing. Like the mamas. Now, how they talk to black dads, that might be a conversation. I don't know how to, like the mamas.
Right. I agree with that.
I don't. And that was the thing. I watched it and I was like, I get what he's saying, and I don't necessarily disagree with his points. Like I got what he was saying, but it was like there was part of it where it was like I don't necessarily think everything over the past, like especially I would say past 20 years, because I think parenting when we was coming up was closer to what it was in the 80s and 70s than it is what it is today. I think when we was coming up, we was still getting whoopings and stuff. Like they was on it. But like I would say, like there are some things that we have like developed over these past 20 years that are relevant. Like I agree with you on like the whooping thing and stuff. Like I do think there's I think if you spank,
that's not. I mean, but like, and I ain't I stepped up, but like I think like whooping to me like. And I guess they're talking about like the iPad generation versus the whooping generation.
Well, no, he wasn't comparing that. He was saying like parenting has changed over the last 40 years, basically. Or he was calling out parenting over the last 40 years for basically being discipline? Too soft and like
discipline.
Not even just no discipline. It's like leaving out. I'm gonna play this again because I don't want to get off the point, and it's just easy.
I think that parenting needs to be called out of the last 40 years.
What do you mean?
I believe that the burnout, the insecurity, all the stuff we talk about, I believe the reason we're buying more stuff is we're using it as Band-Aids and glitter because we're not strong enough to be secure in what we are and who we are and what we have. And people are gonna say, oh, it's social media and this. We grew up with Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
That's a fact.
MTV Cribs had plenty of run.
That's a fact.
We want to blame technology for a much bigger issue, which is modern parenting misstepped. We don't hold kids accountable. We don't ground. We definitely don't whoop. Do you understand that this is real, what I'm about to say. I was scared to even think about disrespecting my mom because I was scared she could see it on my face as a thought.
And then you're just gonna get your ass whooped.
Every parent, I'm gonna poke right at the bear right now. Do you know what these parents are allowing their 13 and 15-year-old kids to say to them?
Yeah.
Hey, but see, what I think what he is missing is our parenting is, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a misstep or we're a reaction
to the parents
to our parents. Yeah. So like like whooping all the time, we understand the cons of that. So we were like, we're not gonna whoop. And so there might be different cons, but we're a direct reflection and a reaction to what our parents did. So if we're too soft, it might be because our parents were too overbearing, they were too strict, or whatever, too disciplinary. Like sometimes they're like, maybe everything we did didn't deserve a whooping back in the day. Or maybe sometimes we were just curious. Sometimes we were kids. Yeah, you just doing, we were just doing kid stuff, and we got whooped for it. So to now where we see our kids and we see them being kids, we're gonna allow a lot more grace.
Yeah.
What they, what we saw. With that, I don't know what happened, but go to 3.
It's not. I don't know what happened there either.
But yeah, I think what he's saying, it's definitely a reaction to it. And I think that's the difference why I wouldn't even say it's a misstep. Just try unplugging.
At the stage. There we go.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's just a reaction to our parents. So like I wouldn't say it's better or worse. It's just different. And I think it's because I don't think our parents did bad. And I think they did the good. And
I think that's the other part of it though too. It's like I think we tried to cut some stuff from the generation looking at it like it was a bad thing, but we didn't necessarily understand why they was doing it. And I think that's a lot of what was missing for us growing up. Like when you don't understand the why behind why you being disciplined on certain things and stuff like that. That was the missing piece, and it's like as we're starting,
but that was on our
some
parents.
of us are starting to understand.
That's on our parents for not telling.
Yeah, which it is, and some of us are starting to understand the whys, where we can see like, okay, well, what they was trying to do was this, but they should have explained that. Like because there is some things I think that are missing, like or that have changed, like how he said he was scared to even think about disrespecting his mama because he was worried she was gonna see it on his face. If that's based off of fear, like if that's just a thing based off of fear, you should have that type of reverence for your parent. I think.
But what that also comes down to is there's things that like you probably need to go talk to your mama about that you don't because you're scared, and so you end up you end up hiding.
He said he was scared to think about disrespecting her.
But I was like that too. But then if you're afraid of disrespect, you're afraid to do a lot of other things around her. You're afraid to be your real self around her.
I would say to this day, I'm scared to disrespect my mama, bro. I would not disrespect her.
I'm not afraid of disrespect. I don't want to disrespect my mama.
But I say what I have to say to her, but I wouldn't disrespect her.
But you're not afraid to disrespect her. Because if you do, you feel sorry. You don't want to. It's not never your intention. But if you do now, you understand, hey, mama, this is the thing. But as a child, you understand that like even an innocent misstep could be a whooping. And so like you watch your mouth. You watch what you say. You hide stuff. You don't tell them everything. You only tell them stuff you think is gonna get a positive. Like that's what a child does when you're in that space. So I think like we're reacting, you know, to that, and I think like just like you said, there's stuff that we could do. You know, I think it's all the same though, because just like you say, I think there's stuff that we missed the boat on too, of course, but like I think there's stuff they missed the boat on, and you know, I think I was gonna say something else right before the cutoff, but I don't know, but I think it's like it's hard to say that like it's a mistake or we're a misstep based on like current like the, you know, how dangerous it was back then versus like, you know, how safe it is now, like comparatively.
Yeah, I would definitely like. I don't know if it's safe, like, or if I would say it was safer. I think
statistically it's safer.
I mean, statistically they say stuff, but at the end of the day, we was able to walk out as children, and you can't send like no 10-year-old to the store now by themselves. We was able to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like we were, but it was a lot of like.
There was some shady stuff, but still, like you would.
But
trust.
even in places like Atlanta, there's a lot of like child murder, and there's like a lot of violence that happened that just didn't get reported to where like people weren't aware of how dangerous it was. I think there's a misconception of safety back then.
I don't know. I feel a lot more like I couldn't send my child to the store compared to like me have like the stuff I had to do. Like I remember my mom used to send me, like I had to cross streets and everything. Like I remember I was going,
but that's kind of insane. Think about sending your child across the street with no cell phone, no way to get in contact with them. That sounds kind of insane.
And the crazy part about it, it still don't seem insane to me. But like for the time period, it was
just as dangerous. It was very dangerous. We just accepted the danger.
I didn't feel like I was in danger.
We had no better options. Because think about like in the 80s, you think about like as a grown person. Like, and you had to do a road trip from here to Texas in 1980. No cell phone, no GPS. Like that's just inherently more dangerous.
But this is the thing though. I think stuff is still just as dangerous, and we got all these technologies that's supposed to prevent it. Like,
but we got stuff to make it safe. Like if say you're driving to Texas and you blow 2 tires out in bumfuck Mississippi. No GPS, no cell phone. What do you do?
Yeah, you're gonna have to be trucking, hiking something.
Some dangerous shit.
Yeah.
Versus now, you break down. What do you do?
Yeah,
call somebody. You get GPS. You know where you're at. You can send them your location. It's just safer.
I thought you're still talking in terms of like just not having a phone. Like even if your phone went dead today, you would have to still do the same thing.
Like, I'm saying
if you're in a place with no signal, you still in the same boat.
But we still have more options though. I think like in the 80s is way more dangerous versus today. Like even just like as a man, I feel like. I was talking with my home. I wouldn't want to go back to the 80s and like driving around the city with no cell phone. I ain't got no GPS.
Oh yeah, no.
Like that shit would be scary as fuck.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like it's crazy. I still feel like
I just want to remind you. You remember you want to turn the air on right now?
You still could.
Oh, okay, all right. This thing got cool in here.
No, it ain't got that cool, but it's cooler.
I would like a jacket on right
It's cooler.
That's how cool it got.
It's cooler.
Say Johnny make any sound like this generation has gotten become more punk asses. And that's I'm kind of lost. But either way, we was talking about basically like we were saying we had got to the point of talking about like how the dangerous had got like how the difference is between when we was younger compared to like now. Like I was saying like how I used to walk to the store when I was 8. I would be scared to send my child to the store then, but I still don't feel any way about like
more dangerous.
I don't feel it was dangerous for me then.
Back then, it was way more dangerous back then.
But did you feel in danger? Like, did you feel in danger like being
dangerous.
outside all day on the bicycle?
Endangered,
but it was
my bad. Wait, crime. Yeah, it was more like technically it was more dangerous back then than now. But I think that we are way more socially aware now than we was back then. And that's kind of like the thing. But the reality is also that your child can walk to the store 1,000 times. More times than not, they're not going to get anything is going to happen. When that one isolated situation happens now and compared to back then,
everybody gonna know.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the Citizens app. It's gonna be on this app. It's gonna be on Facebook. You're
gonna get on social media, tell everybody.
Yeah, and so I think that we're just more hyper aware.
Hyper aware, and that's what I think. I think some of the same stuff is still going on. Basically, I don't know if it's really more dangerous now than it was then. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I think like and the same. I think stuff is still just as dangerous. Like it's like the same. I don't think anything has changed except our awareness of dangers and exacerbate. Well, I can't even say that. I would actually say like because I was the point I was making was like I would be scared to send my 8-year-old to do the same thing I had to do when I was 8. But when I was 8, like I was fine with what I was like. I wasn't scared to be like, I was taking the bus. My mom had me going, like I had my brother and sister on the bus by myself at 8 years old. Like we was doing stuff like that, going across town to Greenway Park. Like I was walking across Parkwood, going up the street to the store. My mom would watch me go across the street, but I was walking up the street by myself. She can't see me walk all the way up Parkwood Avenue. That wasn't a safe street to necessarily be on. Matter of fact, it was one of the most dangerous curves to turn on at the time. A lot of people was dying back then.
You talking about Parkwood down, like close to downtown?
Where the library at?
Oh yeah.
You know, right? I lived right over there by the library. I used to walk to that library, matter of fact, every day. When I would get out of school, I would walk over to that library all the time. I was always by myself.
A crazy curve. Like that is like a wild.
But I was always by myself. I was aware of what the curve was. I was aware to look before I crossed the street. Now you get to the point where it's like, we have made it safe, but at the same time, these kids don't know. Like, think about when they become an adult. Part of the reason I was able to like navigate some of the stuff as an adult or even as a teenager in high school was because I had learned it when I was younger. Like, if you don't learn it, then how do you ever become safer? Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's like, even at the end of the day, they still.
I just want to pause and say that was my entire point about the accountability for 15-year-olds.
We'll go over that.
We're gonna get back.
We'll get back to that conversation because I still stay with my point on that.
Okay.
I actually like, and if you listen to what I'm saying, this still goes even along with my point I was making on that. But I don't want to go back there until real here and we had that conversation next.
Damn,
week.
I got a joke, but I ain't even gonna say it because it's funny. I mean, we can move on.
Well, I'm saying, like, if the kids don't know now and they're not learning about any dangers when they're younger, and they just become older, then how do they protect their children if they don't know the dangers? Because they haven't been exposed to anything. Part of the reason you know this stuff is because you've been exposed. So I think it's more dangerous to not know anything and not be exposed to anything. And I think that's a danger also. Like that's where our generation kind of messed up. We've sheltered our kids to the point where it's like, oh, you can't see. We don't want you to see this stuff because we know the dangers, and we don't necessarily present what the danger is. So they don't ever even know that this could potentially come up in your lifetime.
Right.
And then when they face with the issue, they overwhelmed by it because they ain't never had to deal with the pressure of certain things.
Grown motherfuckers don't know how to cross the street.
We was out all day, like, and every generation even before us, before our generation, every generation before us, they was out all day. Their parents ain't even know where it was at necessarily and everything. Now we more safe than ever, but our kids don't know nothing. So what they gonna be when they grow up?
Snowflakes.
Yeah,
true. But I think
I don't necessarily agree, but I feel you. I feel you, but I don't agree.
I mean, like, if you
feel you though, I get what you're saying.
You gotta give me a reason. I ain't trying to get you to agree, but I'm like, if you're gonna say that, you gotta give me something for some other point that makes sense for what it is.
I mean, it still was more dangerous. It's still safer now. Like, but I understand, like, if we don't expose them to the danger, it is gonna lead to a softer generation. But I still think it is. We're
already seeing it. Just because we not don't mean the one. It's been a generation after us since. So we still seeing some of it where they don't know certain things, and we'll see more of it as time goes on.
I agree. I do agree with like exposing, like you can't over shelter your kids. You do gotta expose them to the real world. I do agree with that. I do agree with that. So like, I'll give you that. But it is safer now.
Let's see. Juju Wright said, being a child of New Jersey, learned what was safe, and we were able to walk or catch the bus at it early and walk to school by ourselves. Every store had a phone. Like, which is true. Every store, you had all the pay phones around. That's because I surely used to call my mom on the pay phone. She was expecting to call at a certain time, like, or around a certain time. If we ain't called in, that's when she's gonna start worrying. Like, ain't heard from them yet. And she might call around. Like, she knew the people. She knew the bus drivers. She knew, like, it was different things. So it's like the community portion was a part of it too. Like, she would send me up to the store, but she knew the person who worked the store. Like, and I done been up there.
I mean, but like, all right, like let's stop. like, all right, I get it, but like, I get it, but like, all this stuff we talk about with like, even like the Diddy stuff happened in the 80s, and like, it was apparently safer, but like, a lot of them community members also weren't people, and that's the reason why you don't want your people to be around like just anybody, even if you know them. Because there's a lot of abuse going on in the communities back then. That I don't think it's going on as prevalently now because of we're sheltering our kids. We're keeping our kids closer to home, and we're not just trusting the community with our kids. And there's a lot of shit that happens.
I wouldn't say trust.
But there's a lot of shit that happens.
I was talking about walking to the store, not spending the night at nobody's house, bro.
But just
like the bus driver knowing me at the bus from the bus stop.
But just overall, though, there's a lot of stuff that happened in that generation that just got like people thought it was safe because people didn't talk about that stuff also, and it wasn't because that stuff wasn't happening. It's just people didn't talk about it. People didn't say a lot of that fear stuff. Like a lot of just was
brushed under. I said exactly what I was about to tell you. It's a lot of that that goes on inside the home today.
But people get exposed now. That shit's happening. Like people get called out for it now. So like how many people are getting called out now for stuff like this? It's way harder to do that now.
Not getting called out for stuff.
But I'm saying it's harder to get away with that now than it was then. And so I think this part of what makes it more dangerous. And that's all I'm saying about when I talk about it being more dangerous then versus now. I think we've corrected it. And it's not completely 100% safe. There's still things out there. But compared to what was out there, I think it's a lot better.
I think we got this illusion and we're just cool with like how he was saying, like we're satisfied with we don't want to deal with the real actual thing that's going on. Like we're satisfied with the illusion of safety. It's still just as dangerous. Like there's still child trafficking going on. Like they find it. Like we're looking now and we're hearing about all this stuff that's been coming out, even with all the technology.
We were satisfied with the illusion of safety then, not now. People are calling that shit out now.
Man,
they weren't doing that then.
What I'm saying is okay,
we were satisfied with the illusion of safety in the 80s.
Bro, even with all this technology that's been out, they still been child trafficking, still been picking up kids, still.
You think it's going up or going down?
I don't know, because I wouldn't necessarily say it's going down. I think they still been doing the same stuff according to them files and everything. It ain't went down. They've been doing the same stuff.
But the reason the files are coming out because they're trying to put a stop.
The missing people
are trying
to
stop that from continuing.
The number on the missing people reports ain't changed that much from the 90s to now.
Is that a fact? I have to look that up.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't changed that much. It's still about the same amount of people going missing every year.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna Google right here. Missing. Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I guess that we can have some fun for a little bit. There's one kid.
Oh, boy.
There's one kid. Shout out to Major Cross. That was me on another podcast, giving a shout out to some basketball shit. But
I got a basketball Jones.
I guess. All right. The Wale one, I'm gonna say for real. It's like certain memes when like the crew ain't here, it'd be like, damn, that one was meant for this person. All right, let's go to the one at the middle one top. I don't know if this.
You telling me all this shit free? I ain't gotta pay for nothing.
Pay for it already.
No.
Yeah.
We'll give it that.
Give me 2 minutes.
Yeah, that all inclusive.
Oh yeah, you gotta take.
Hey, listen, Foley, I'm going all inclusive.
Bro, I'm going on. I was about to say we got.
Listen, it's amazing. It's so fun. They water down the drinks, but you can get as many as you want.
If we got to do the To Be Fair cruise this year,
yeah,
it's the time. I'm trying to go.
I don't really want to do the cruise as much as I like
the resort.
I wouldn't mind it either because I don't necessarily want to be on the boat the whole time.
You still get the beach. You get the pools,
and I
got the swim up little pools.
And we gotta wait till they finish with them cartels though.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I said like, hey, right now
we gotta hold off.
We could just chill.
Wait till they resolve that.
I just go on the boat in Norfolk. You know the where you go on the boat for the day. Then
yeah. All right. So I think most of those are like basketball ones. Let's have some fun, and then we can go to the one next to it.
Which one?
Right
do the Ricky Bobby stop.
Pose for the frame.
Then we all do the same thing.
This is right? The niggas forget about like the Cat Daddy was really the Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
So I figure.
Like, we talking about the TikTok kids. We had a run. We did the Batman. We did the Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, like
we did everything. I'm just saying.
Oh, niggas had them. Like it was a wild generation of us that were them Pretty Ricky dancing boys too. That was like,
well, Charlotte Pretty Ricky since like year 2000, maybe like 98.
And they didn't hold up. You just see Pretty Ricky trying to Pretty Ricky today, like, bro, it's not holding up. Well,
yeah. Go to my dog second left.
Right
here. Oh, he went crazy on the jerk chicken.
I'm starting my morning in the blunt and exotic. I wanna rock right now, rock a robin. I'm bending and bobbing. I stay with a thick little yellow like Christopher Robin. I name my drink Mr. Miyagi, cause how to kick him must know some karate. Ouch, don't get stressed like Pilates. The Glocky, you know how to bend up a body. We don't snitch, no signing. Wait, hold up, bean, I got him. Hey, I'm talking shit. Problem. This 40 cal beat is knocking out. This bitch she been over, understood the assignment. Hey,
y'all familiar with him?
Again, we mobbing Nate.
I played a couple of him before.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
He's like, he does all of the popular dance badly, but he does the moves.
But he hitting all the moves technically.
He hits all the moves technically,
but it's
bad. And it's like his niche.
He hitting them. Like he doing everything he's supposed to do. He's doing everything he's supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, scroll down a little bit. Let me make sure it was nothing. Go to my messages, actually. I feel like I might have sent something in the message.
You said they actually added his dancing on Call of Duty.
Oh, that's funny.
I can see that.
Go to my messages as a just in case. I felt like I had sent some good shit in, but maybe I didn't save it. Scroll up, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Shout out to Bam out of the bio. That's Bam still.
These are all Wednesday, Tuesday meetings.
All right, yeah. I think that
was Tuesday.
Yeah, I think we good. Rail wasn't here, so my conversational meme, we'll just save it for next week. With that said, Johnny, I think it's good.
We good. We ain't got that's it.
Oh, you ain't had no more?
Who me? No.
This man gave us 2 and got up out of there.
Oh, the thing is like the Wale one was the one that I threw in there because us and Rail have the conversation about dressing your age. But then to me, we can have the conversation.
Yeah,
but it's not as good.
That's a real conversation.
Meant for the person that's there.
That's a real conversation.
And that's why I'm like, I can do it, but I want to do a bunch of dance memes and then go to that.
Yeah, that's
real.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, ain't in the news.
We'll have a band back together next week.
Bam.
We appreciate y'all for tapping in. Shout out to the chat.
See.
Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Leave us a comment below.
Shout out to Southern Durham. Southern Durham got it done last night.
Oh, shout out to the Dub.
Shout out to the Dub. Kahari, Major, all the boys. We just had Carter in there. We just had AC in there. Who else was in there from the Dub? We had a few state champions in there. Shout out Jim Gatehouse was in the building too.
Kari and them was in there.
No, I don't think Kahari was in there. But
I gotta tell that man, hey, good pass, boy. Good pass for the Dub. But yeah, y'all hit like.
No pun intended.
I meant that. I meant that. Y'all leave us a comment below. Subscribe.
That's how we finish the show off.
Yeah,
Let that play.
About to do.
Yeah, y'all will be back Wednesday. I am your host, Johnny P.
The powder, no merch, waffle, no syrup, jelly, no jelly, nothing, oatmeal, no sugar.